Actually, we should just like officially start the episode here, shouldn't we? Just to
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
yeah. All right. Well, welcome to episode 2 of Pails in Comparison, the shoot off series where we just talk about current events and be retards for an hour or so. But yeah, these are actually two people who I've met in real life. Unintentionally, I put them on the show together.
Wait,
Disclaimer,
were these
I
the people that
haven't
were with
met
us? Did we meet
No.
together, or-
This was not
Okay.
he I met on he and I met on a different trip. But
Keep my OPSEC
on a
clean,
whim.
please.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna
That's all
dox
I'm
you.
saying.
Trust me, I have your license plate number on my Discord notes. I just put
Oh,
that.
good.
Don't worry, Pixel's home address is on my notes. We're all fine.
Is it? Oh
No, I'm fucking with you. No, there's nothing on there other than I think your first name. I think that's about as far as we went.
I think I'm going to. I really hope that someone sends me anthrax here in the next couple months. Just I open it and it's like a confetti and anthrax just all over my face. That would be
The only reason I would imagine anthrax be sent to your house is because a certain somebody didn't get their headphones back.
Let me just make sure that everything is on before I okay. Yeah, we're good. Wow, no problems for the first time ever, Dreams. Isn't
As
that
far as we
incredible?
know.
As far as
Now
we
there's
know.
a problem.
Holy, now there's a problem.
there's gonna be a problem.
Knock on wood.
So wait, has this
I
actually
was about to
started
say-
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
we're
did.
live.
We just officially started the episode. Yeah, why?
So is this like Hometown?
yeah. It's no, it's
I-
nothing
I
like
get to be
Hometown.
Nick. I
It's
get to be Nick.
Nothing. We don't have the grounds to speak like they do because they're comedians. We are not.
I'm not
If we
What does that
say
mean, like,
this,
say-
if
What are
we
you
say
talking
the same
about?
shit
What are you
that
talking about? I have no
Compound said,
IRL
we would
friends.
be
I'm a
pulled
niche
up.
internet micro celebrity.
I never
Quit
said we
telling.
don't have friends.
Dude, I'm just funny looking.
You're
all right?
Chinese.
What?
That's an old Nick Mullen bit. He just like, I don't know.
That's what I mean. We're not them. We can't
Okay,
say
that's fair.
those things. We don't. It's not. We're not that community yet. We
Dude.
haven't built up a
Yet.
standing.
I
to
really
be
miss
able
Nick
to
Mullen on
say
Twitter.
whatever the hell we want, because their audience understands that they don't mean what they say. That's their whole gimmick. Like that's the joke. that
Speaking
they're
of
saying
Nicks,
things so offlandish.
Did you see Nick Fuentes got banned off of YouTube and Twitter?
I didn't know I got
What?
banned off of YouTube. I got banned off Twitter.
Yeah, he got banned off of YouTube too, and he was posting on Telegram about how like it won't even let him make a new account. Like he's just IP banned. Period. From
Does it not know how to make a VPN? It's
I-
too stupid.
he's
Is this you trying to segue into a sponsor that I'm not
And
aware
here,
of?
but this brings us to our sponsorship, NordVPN.
Oh,
no.
God, here we
God,
go.
I wish NordVPN, please, man. I don't use NordVPN. I use private internet access. That's my.
There's really like not a reason to use a VPN unless you're like trying to access like Binance in the US, or if you're trying to like
Gamble.
like watch YouTube videos that are blocked in your country. There's
I
really
just-
actually no
gamble.
other reason.
I just
if you
like
want to
it.
play poker in a state that you can't play poker,
If you get banned off of poker for being too good,
no,
then you
no.
can-
I'm saying gambling, like legally gambling online. You're not allowed to gamble in certain states.
I thought he
online.
wasn't allowed anywhere in the US by
Yes,
federal law.
I don't know. All I know is if you use a VPN in certain countries, you can play poker online.
I don't
for
know
money.
about online gambling, but here gambling is the wackiest thing ever because I'm pretty sure. Don't fact me on it. Actually, Dreams could probably look this up. The largest single casino building in the country is in Oklahoma.
Oh no, I
but
believe
also,
it.
But also in Oklahoma, it's illegal to gamble.
Yeah, and I know it's because it's Indian casino, and half of Oklahoma's like Indian territory. And
Yeah,
they-
it's all
the
reserves.
state has tried to sue all those tribes like at least 5 times and lost every time.
Yep.
Well, the thing is like, so I watched this documentary about this guy who like went around to different casinos and was just, he's a card counter. And the thing is he purposefully avoids Oklahoma because they will beat the shit out of him if they go in there
Yeah.
because it's under different law. It's under their
Yeah.
Indian law. So they can do whatever they want to you if they find out you're card counting. And that's like the police don't give a shit because there's
that's like
Indian
kind
police
of
and
not. That's like kind of not true. Do and not to be like the but tribal lands still fall under federal law. So if you commit a federal felony, like if they like assault you in a way that's bad enough that it's like a federal crime, like they can absolutely be tried in federal court for it.
Yeah, for sure,
Dude,
but
that casino you're talking about is 46 poker tables. Oh my god.
46? Holy
Oh, is it? Hold on. Is it the what's the casino? Is it like off the?
The WinStar World Casino.
Oh, yep, that's right off the Texas and Oklahoma border, off the Red River. Okay.
I think
Yeah,
Oklahoma's one of the last
600,000
states.
square feet.
Yeah, man. I've never been in a casino, truth be told, but if I had to start, I guess I'll go to the biggest one.
So the first time I went into a casino, like my mom, I was younger, and my mom was like, "Do you want to go into a casino?" I was like, "Yeah," because I still had the whole like Casino Royale mentality of going in, and it was gonna be high rollers. We went in on a Tuesday morning. It was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. There were people on oxygen, like you're just cranking their life away. My mom was like, "You still want to gamble?"
When I went to Las Vegas as like a little kid, when I was like 10, with my sister and family, we had to walk through casinos all the time because that's every hotel had casinos. And I'm like, my dad would just tell me like, look at the floor and don't look at anything. Just keep just like it was like bad. Like I had to just keep the sin of the smut of that entire environment out of my psyche.
I took a vacation recently to Colorado on Memorial Day weekend, and because I had like it worked out really well for my PTO, but I went to the Airbnb we got, which I didn't realize was in a town that's like just like a gambling town. There are no restaurants there that are not casinos, in the nearby town. And so like the night we arrived on Memorial Day, there was fucking nothing open to eat, and so we had to like go from casino to casino to like get like shitty like overpriced like hot dogs from like these fucking like places just to fucking eat. And let me tell you, back to what you said, casinos are the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen, bro. Like those are the most like miserable, pitiful people inside those places.
You ever walk through a casino and wonder why it smells funny in there? Like the air smells kind of good, like it's a weird like octane scent. Like
because they're trying to
ozone.
mask
They're
the scent
literally
of the
pumping
cigarettes.
No. They're actually pumping in oxygen into the room to make you like become like in that sedated. Because when you take too much oxygen, you become sedated. You're like, it's like a.
Is that good
out.
for the workers?
I don't know, but it's just a slight amount, just to keep
Yo,
all the
who
old
cares?
people at the
Just,
slot machines.
get the money.
Just to keep all the old people at the slot machines.
Take your
days
Daft
like
Punk helmet away.
No, you took my Daft Punk and my Jiggy. Come on.
So like I can see people enjoying poker because that's like kind of like a game of like skill and it's like fun, but like what the fuck is the appeal of slot machines? Like I don't understand it, man.
Yeah,
Funny lines line
slot
up.
machines are creepy.
That's for
Just
me because
big
it's like
money.
I can absolutely
Come on,
play
big
cards.
money.
Yeah, I
Come
can
on,
absolutely
big
play
money.
cards days on end. Like I can play Hold'em, I can play blackjack, I can play
Yeah,
Omaha.
I mean,
But slots makes no sense to me because it's just straight up luck. And I'm, talking out of my ass on that one. But I'm like, in comparison, what feels more like skill is probably cards that I can physically hold instead of a slot machine that gets to roll a number and then say either you win or not.
Yeah,
It's like,
poker is like you're outsmarting other people, not the machine. The house takes a rake, but you can win a majority by outsmarting other people at the table. You're not trying to beat the house. That's what's fun about poker. It's like you can actually win if you're smart.
Yeah, and because like even games like blackjack are like they're not really games of like skill. The optimal blackjack play is like doing a Rubik's cube. Like it's just a fucking algorithm. There's like an optimal thing to do for every single like card value pair. Like there's really nothing else to it.
The whole thing on card counting, like watching that documentary and seeing someone like explain it all and like having charts with all the probabilities and just like doing that all in your head, it's like holy shit, man, that's intense. It's
most time people work in teams because you really can't do it otherwise.
Yeah.
And it's really like not as effective. Like what people don't realize, like card counting, think it's like, oh man, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna steal so much money. But in reality, what card counting does is it turns the 49% chance of winning from blackjack into a 51% chance. And over 10,000, trials, eventually you'll come out with a profit.
Well, card counters also won't take more than $9,000 from any casino because then they ID you. Like you don't have to provide an ID in order to cash out under $9,000, which is how so they keep a book of card counters and they publish it every year. of all of the people and all their like disguises that they use to go into these casinos, and they trade it between different casinos. So that way, the second you walk in, they're just like, nope, turn around, get out. You're trespassed. But the thing is they have to cash out your chips. That's like a legal thing. You can't.
Yeah.
So usually what they'll do is they'll call the gaming department, and then they'll come in and walk in with them and go cash in the chips. So yeah,
It's not illegal to count cards. People think that's like
Yeah,
it's a
no, it's
misconception.
not.
Yeah.
It's entirely legal. However, much like any other business, if they know who you are, they have the right to deny you access.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the other thing I never understood is that people claim that like casinos like cheat. Like casinos absolutely don't cheat, and that's like how they make money. Like casinos make money because you're gonna lose like a statistical amount of the games over 1 million trials of slot machines. Doesn't matter if someone's a jackpot, you're gonna lose money.
Well, there are probabilities set into the machines, and they differ from machine to machine. And there are certain
Yeah.
slot machines, like if you go to the penny slots, you're gonna win more often, but you're gonna win less. That's the whole idea. It's just the probability aspect.
High risk, high reward kind of bullshit.
Yeah. I have so I found a slot machine in a it was just like some flea market, and we got it. My dad and I hauled it back, and we sat there with quarters for like 2 hours and just nothing back. And like, oh my god. And this was an ancient slot machine, like it wasn't, I hate the new like digital slot machines. They make the casinos just look like corporate entities. It's just really gross.
They look like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, exactly. They look like an adult Chuck E. Cheese, and you just feel gross walking in. But the older ones are actually kind of cool. They look cool, and they're nice display pieces. But yeah, we sat there for like an hour just putting quarters in, and nothing happened. We didn't get jack shit.
If casinos are like old or like adult Chuck E. Cheeses to you, then what the fuck is a Dave and Buster's?
I mean,
it's a sad place to
a
me,
man-child,
honestly. Yeah,
Chuck E. Cheese,
man children,
honestly.
dude. Because
That's
there's
sad
still
place.
children's
Well,
games in Dave and
Buster's
Buster's.
isn't even a man-child, because like Dave and Buster's doesn't even have like actually like good games. Like it's all like fucking
The only
like
good
old
game they
Chuck E.
have is
Cheese
DDR.
shit.
That's it.
Yeah,
If
like-
they have a DDR machine, that's the only good. That's literally the only reason we went.
And like it's just, oh my fucking god, bro! Like it's just so bad.
No.
Like I
As I'm
understand
growing
how
up,
these like
straight up
adult
is bad.
arcades stay in business, and like none of them have like a single fighting game table, not even like a Street Fighter 2 Turbo fucking cabinet. It's like bizarre to me. Like how are you gonna have like a man-child gaming business and like not have like the thing that people actually went to arcades for like 20 fucking years?
There was this cool arcade I went to when I was in Austin, Texas, and they just like that's literally all they had was fighting games. You just pay for, and it was like 50 cents per game, and if you won, you got to keep playing. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like how it should be. By the way, I sat down at an Initial D machine. I had never played it. I was like, this, it'll be fun. I'll just play by myself.
Was it one of the ones that actually like has like the rotating car, or was it just like
Yeah, it's like the drifting game, and
Well,
no, not the one you sit in. Not like it's just
Yeah,
the.
there's one that's like it actually like it's like one of those like flight sims, like it like moves around
Oh
and
shit!
shit.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
no.
it was not this one. But
Okay,
I
yeah.
just sat down at it and was playing it, and then this guy, just long dark hair and piercing, sits next to me and taps his card on. He has one of those cards.
Dude,
for
if
his
you have a card,
profiles.
you're gonna fucking lose,
Yeah,
bro.
and
That
then
guy's like a
his
20,
username is
yeah.
Anon, and he has an O tag. I'm like, oh my god, my day is
Oh,
ruined.
God,
He
bro.
just proceeds to shit on me 3 times in a row. I'm like, can I just have fun like anytime? Because if I sit down at any machine, I have to play with my friends who aren't any good. Like if I sit down at the Melty Blood machine, just God pray someone doesn't sit down on the other side.
They
that
actually
isn't-
have multi-blood machines.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
a-
that was awesome. They had it at
Wait, like they actually have cabs for that?
well, it wasn't like a real cabinet. It was just like a CRT thing that they had set up
Okay, that makes a
with
lot more
Melty
sense.
Blood.
Yeah,
But
because that's like the multi-blood aesthetic, is like a bunch of people like a bathroom playing.
yeah, and a
somewhere.
Denny's.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And a Denny's, did you just say?
Yeah,
Dude, I-
no, do you not know about that? The Denny's Melty
Multiplayers play
Blood.
fucking forever, bro.
Yeah,
I am
it was-
unaware.
So there was a Melty Blood tournament that took place in a Denny's bathroom because they kicked them out of their venue, so they just went to the Denny's next door and like did it in their bathroom.
And Denny's, dude, whatever. All right, yo.
I can't
At
believe you
fighting
don't know
game
about
events,
the...
multiplayer players are kind of like raccoons. Like you'll kind of like find them in like little like weird crannies, and they'll be doing their own little
They're on their
thing.
laptops, just curled
Yeah.
up, just tight, just fucking playing. Oh,
I mean, because I've seen those old like Dota 2 pictures where people are like Russians are at a pub and they're like, like crouch sitting on a chair with a laptop on their lap as they're playing like Dota or something. But I've never heard Denny's melty blood.
Oh yeah, that shit's real, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
Does that mean if there's a Denny's melty blood, is there a Guilty Gear Waffle House? Like,
Probably.
probably. You know about the Waffle House Index, FBC?
All right, refresh my memory because I think I know what
it's
you're
basically
talking
a
about.
way to calculate how bad a natural disaster is on the status of the Waffle House. So if if the if the Waffle House has a full menu, then you're good. But if they have a limited menu, then it's like a tornado or a hurricane or something. But if they are offering like or if they're closed, it's a
they're closed because living in Oklahoma, it's like if a tornado watch or warning is going down and you see a Waffle House has their lights on, yeah, you're just fine.
Dude,
Go
the
in.
Waffle House in Joplin, Missouri stayed open during the tornado. Like that's
I mean, look, there used to be a Waffle House right next to my old place, and I've had like the best service I've ever had at Waffle House because everyone there is just like on meth, bro. Like my water was filled, and like if it was empty for more than like 10 seconds, he would be like apologizing, bro. Like he was fucking dashing back and forth between the tables, bro. It was fucking incredible. This is what I hate about like Denny's and IHOP is that Denny's and IHOP are Waffle Houses, but they try to like pretend that they're not. Waffle House is very like upfront with what it is, which is just like fucking grimy.
Well, yeah, because the thing about Waffle House is that when you go to Waffle House, there's no like hiding place the staff can go. Like all their kitchen, all their equipment is on the bar you are sitting on.
Yeah.
With IHOP, they can hide back in the kitchen. Same thing with Denny's, but Waffle House, what you see is what you get. There is no hiding space.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy who, that guy on Twitter who challenged himself to stay in a Waffle House for 24 hours, and every waffle that he ate, he could knock off an hour. So he was just like continuously eating waffles, going out into the bushes, throwing up, going back inside. He started at like 5 in the afternoon, and the employees were just like so confused why he was there for so long.
He didn't feel like the need to tell him to challenge what's going on because
well, he was like, I'm gonna be here all night, and they were like, okay. So
because it's like when you go to Waffle House. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, then there's the guy who went into a McDonald's and just set up an Xbox with a TV, and he's like, "Can I beat Halo before they kick me out?" And then they just brought him food. They just brought him food, and then the fucking employee sits down and picks up the controller in like co-op mode for like a minute. He's like,
Yo,
that sounds about right, honestly.
Yeah. McDonald's employees are like the lowest of like cares. They give zero shits about what happens in their stores, at least at the ones that I've been to, like especially the ones, if you're like on a road trip, the ones that are just alongside the highway, they don't give a fuck.
No, because to them that's an adventure. And it's the same thing about what I was going to get back to with Waffle House, because I've had enough events of where I've met people or I've had actions late at night, like say when I was back in school and I did marching band stuff, like competitions. The only thing that was open was either IHOP or Waffle House, and everyone went to IHOP first, and so when IHOP is too filled, you end up at Waffle House, which is why I say you never make the plan to go to Waffle House, you end up in Waffle House.
The thing is though, like that's what I understand. Like IHOP is like the theater kids Waffle House.
Yes!
Only real people
right.
understand what that means.
Yeah,
like,
no, you're
like
absolutely right.
Like it's such like a. Honestly, it kind of reeks of like classism in a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, because Waffle House really is like the working man's diner. Like IHOP is like has like the pretense of being like nice and suburban. It's so crazy.
Because it's a
IHOP
somewhat
changed their
restaurant.
name to IHOB. Like
It was just a promotional thing. It was only like a couple months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it didn't last long. I never saw any actual signs change, but yeah.
And by the way, Waffle House has had burgers for way longer than IHOP, and they're better than IHOP's burgers. Just wanted to say
Wait, Waffle
that.
House has burgers?
Yeah, they do.
Huh. I've never seen
I think
them
they're
on the
patty
menu.
melts technically, but
I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, their Texas patty melt's actually really good. That's what I usually
Hey, you
get.
want to come over and get Waffle House?
I thought you were about to say Whataburger.
No. I mean,
Honestly, okay,
we already did a
I'm gonna
Waffle
say
House.
this. This
Yeah?
is like controversial Texas opinion apparently, but like Whataburger is not great compared to In-N-Out
It's
or to
overrated.
Shake Shack. Like Shake Shack is way better than Whataburger, like
Can't
leagues
say
better.
I haven't had Shake Shack because it doesn't live near me.
It's
But
good.
you know, the moment I get my hands on it, I'll come back with results. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, you go to Whataburger the same reason you go to Wendy's over McDonald's because it's still fast food at the end of the day, but it's a bit more higher tier of like you get more content, you pay a little bit more for what you wanted, which is
Oh, have
'cause-
you seen
I mean,
the
I don't know.
whole
That kind of seems like marketing, though. Like, I'm not really convinced that like any of these restaurants are really like that much better in quality. I think it's all like, I mean, it's kind of an open secret that like literally every restaurant in America is either like U.S. Foods or Cisco shit, just being like reheated and served to you. Like, it's really like not that impressive.
yeah.
I think.
I just, I don't know. I
Sorry,
like Shake
not to be
Shack's
like
fries
not to,
better.
again, not to be like that like actually.
Oh
guy,
well,
but,
I mean, yeah, but
Did
Dude,
you see
food
the
is
whole
food.
controversy about the like the conspiracy regarding the McDonald's ice cream machines?
yes, no, I believe you were the one who told me about it. I
Yeah.
was like, wait, like it's the idea that every McDonald's machine that does their ice cream is always broken because the
It's an
guys,
inside job.
yeah, because it's like the guys who can fix it, like just
They
choose
get
not to.
commission, yeah, for
Yeah, they get
every time
commissioned.
they
I
feed off
just-
each other. And by the way, the machines that McDonald's has are the exact same machines that Wendy's has for their Frosties, and Wendy's machines are never down. But the thing is
Right.
they have proprietary software on the McDonald's machines that give them these like retarded error codes that lead to nowhere, and it's just like call a technician, call a technician.
Yeah.
That's all
And
it says in the
McDonald's
manual.
just doesn't want to pay
That
them for the
clip-
commission.
And
That clip
there's
of
people that have
the
made like
most-
apps that just like tell you what to do, and they're getting
Yeah,
like,
and they
sued
shut it
and
down. They were
stuff.
like, it's
Yeah,
dangerous to
yeah.
plug into the thing. Don't do it.
But that clip of the company that fixes the machines at a press meeting for like their thing, they're like, "This machine is going to be great for this company," and it's just awesome. I'm really looking forward to working with McDonald's with this machine. And then it's just like you see the same machine is working with other companies or
Just-
other businesses, but they're not signed with them. So it's like, what's up with this machine? Why is a repair company loving the fuck out of a fucking McDonald's vending machine, like ice cream?
Roll the Always Sunny title card. The gang screws McDonald's out of money.
Well, the thing is that the like most franchises are allowed to choose which types of machines that they have in their stores. You know, they're like given a selection of a bunch of different machines. The ice cream machines for McDonald's, you can only choose that one specific model that one company makes. Which to me, it's like, are those required to start a McDonald's? I would just say, fuck off. We don't have ice cream. I'm not dealing with that. Like, I would just never fix it. Because what
Just
is
have a-
ice cream at
have a
McDonald's? Like
selected
$2? Is it worth the $100 fee to like fix it
Well,
every single
you make
time?
a lot of money off it. So like the open secret of like restaurants, if you don't know anything about it, is that like most restaurants make money off of drinks and like ice cream and nothing else. Like food is pretty much sold at cost or like barely above cost. But like, for example, like to get like a syrup container that's like I think like 100 gallons that fits in like a Coca-Cola machine, you can get that for like $100, and it costs maybe a cent per cup. So and then so you have like insane profit margins on this stuff, right?
I don't know about
Yeah.
that because food has really incredible margins. Like you go to any restaurant and it's way like your cost to fuck, I'm losing my mind. But like the cost is way lower than your
What needs to happen though is all of the managers of all the McDonald's in the United States need to
need to
stand
gang
up.
up together. And
Yeah, literally, and be
listen,
like,
we're
"Bro,
done selling ice
the
cream.
fuck is this? We're gonna go on strike right now unless you you fix this issue because it's all fucking very apparent." Like, would
It's
all
a
just be
software
like,
issue too. Like they could fix it over the
Exhibit
air.
A, this one YouTube video that exposes everything. Like, come on.
That video was the blackfish of like McDonald's ice
Like,
cream
oh my
machine.
God.
If that video
Shut up.
causes like a mass fucking and like all the McDonald's in the entire country are shut down for like a week because all the managers are like, nah, fuck you. I'm not being siphoned by a fucking ice cream machine.
Speaking
You know how
of
base that would be?
speaking of shutdowns, I'm assuming you've seen all those like images on Twitter about restaurants that have their like, because like a bunch of older ones that have their signs posted up for specials or deals or whatever. Have you seen on Twitter like Burger Kings that say we are currently closed, no staff is hired, and like all that stuff? Like the lack amount of employment for fast food chains.
Well,
are
just everywhere.
Non-existent.
That's
Everywhere.
happened. I mean, like
Just
that's. I mean,
everywhere.
like, I happened to me the other night. I mean, like I could all the fast food restaurants like within town are like, we don't have any staff. We're not open this late.
Like
Like, it's just
my,
real. But I mean,
my
that's like, I
new-
mean, that's like based, honestly. Like, I'm happy it's finally happening. Like,
my
it's,
new
it's
favorite
increasing wages.
game.
Yeah, that's
Is
the
that-
thing.
Like here's what you do when you go out on the road, no matter what time of day, no matter where you are, do this. Every time you are in your car driving and you see some form of employment being held, wherever it's a restaurant, it's a bank, no matter, see if you can play I Spy and find a help wanted sign. Just like
I was
Just
at the
count them.
mall and like, so by the way, I went to our local mall and it used to be really like thriving. 26 of the venues are empty in the mall now, just vacant, ready
no
to.
advertisement, no signs, just
Just
dead
empty, dead. And like some of the really nice ones too, like the ones where, American Eagle or fucking
Gap.
yeah, Gap and those, like the really nice big spaces, just empty, barren. I'm like, holy shit. And then you go to the front and then like the Zales and all the jewelry shops are like, we are understaffed and please order off of our website instead. I'm like, oh my God, malls are just dying, which is sad to me because malls are like, they're so representative of like corporatism and the postmodernist idea of like what you should be doing with your money. You walk in there and you see just all the metal like warehouse structures accompanied by like just random plants everywhere. It's really.
I mean, is it really that sad? I mean,
It's sad
I mean,
to me because I grew up
malls
going through,
were-
going to that mall and seeing all this stuff there.
I mean, a
so-
lot of people grew up with sexual abuse. I'm not sure they really look back on it that fondly.
Did you
All
really
right,
just
but,
do
like-
that? Oh my God.
I mean, but back on topic. The idea though was that like malls were the Amazon before Amazon was a thing of, oh, I need clothes, oh, I need jewelry, oh, I want to buy something and entertain myself. You went to the mall because that's where everything was. And now
They're
it's the
obsolete.
idea that like, yeah, that's it. They're no longer a necessity because there are better options. Which,
It's just
speaking of better
reholding
options,
nostalgia for a time when kids used to gather at the mall and like,
You
there
know,
was a
got-
social environment. For
got your
us
Dippin'
humans to
Dots,
exist
moonwalked
in.
yourself over there, got your
There was
moon
stuff
shoes.
to do. There was people
Yeah.
to meet. It's just all being done on a computer now, and it's starting. And people are be like losing their minds a little bit.
I mean, like, oh no, like kids won't have to like learn how to socialize from like consumption of like products.
There's a
Like, I
joke
mean,
here
like-
It's
somewhere.
fun to people watch at malls, though, is it not?
It's
to like
true.
go
I
and
mean,
sit
no,
there and
people
just
watch
look at
literally
the crazy
anywhere,
people that
though.
go
Like,
by.
You're right.
Not
I can
here,
hack into a
dude.
CCTV
Not in small
camera.
towns. You can't just people watch anywhere. You have to go
It's-
places where there are congregations
Yeah.
of people.
Everybody
by the
has a
way-
laptop camera. You can people watch all day if you're really smart.
Oh my God.
I don't want to go on. No, I don't want to go to Omegle. I'm not that.
This is why
I'm
you
not
put
that
a
bored.
piece of fucking tape over your gun.
I will just say regarding Amazon that I am excited to see Jeff Bezos go into space, mainly because I really want to see a Challenger accident happen again.
Oh.
I
I was
just
hoping it wouldn't lead to that, but I guess we're here now.
Just please let another loose piece of foam.
All it takes
please,
is
man,
one.
please seriously, all it takes. I would not shed a tear if something happened to that rocket. I will say that much.
Speaking of,
is there a
dying
bigger
buildings,
letdown in the history of humanity than space?
What do you mean? As
What?
in, like us trying
So
to?
okay, so
Hold on.
So
Explain
let me
yourself.
So if you like went and told like an ancient Greek, like you told Plato, like
Sure.
yes, we've been to the heavens, we've seen what it's like to be like, oh my god, it must be
What's it
so
like?
incredible. Like what's up there? It's mostly empty space and no one really gives a shit, and there's not really anything cool there.
Well, it's
Like
because we
that-
haven't
that-
developed the technology to venture out like properly yet. It takes forever to get anywhere
no.
there.
It
So
just
like
means
to
it's
actually
so big we can't.
But like you would
even
think it would
go
be
and
way
look
more
at it
magical,
from-
but in reality,
It
like,
is
it's the most-
magical!
It's the
Have
most
you not
mundane
looked,
shit
dude?
ever.
the fact
seriously,
that it's so big that you
I
can't
will
even
come
go
get
out
you
there
and we
see
will go to
anything. It's
Montana
so-
and just look at the fucking sky. Just like you can see the Milky Way, man. It's amazing. Like you don't even have to be in space to appreciate how like awesome it is and how vast.
Speaking of space,
light pollution, yeah.
I'm
ruins
gonna go to the
people's-
Kennedy Space Center next month, and I can't fucking wait because I've never been, and I know like almost nothing about space, which I can't wait to see all the exciting stuff that's gonna be there. Also, I'm going there on Friday the 13th, which is always a good idea.
Oh my god. Nice.
Oh, right. Back to what I was gonna say. You know, one thing I'm happy that's kind of dying off because I have a vendetta against them is
What?
movie theaters. I
No,
absolutely...
no, man.
No, okay,
Oh.
here's the deal. Do you remember when Warren theaters were becoming a thing? Like, you know, the idea that we had like these giant again, I live in a small town. So to have some like big screen was just amazing to us. You know, originally having just regular films or whatever, having a balcony was crazy. And then they had the IMAX theater, which was this big, huge 3D, bigger than it's ever been, you know, the biggest theater ever, you know, trademark. And then to find out that how nice the system was, how they had a built-in restaurant, an arcade system, like I was happy to go to a place called the Warren. And then the original owner sold off the building, sold it off to what's that big movie company that does all their
AMC?
theaters? No, it was another one.
Malco.
Dude, I have a story about AMC actually.
But like, point being, it just like here's my vendetta, all right? Because I'm that petty. They used to sell Mike and Ike's and Sprees with the original owner, and now they don't sell food at all. They barely sell half the candy stock they originally had. They never keep that place clean, and it's just a petty one-off building that I'm mad about. Like, there's no other good theaters in
We
town.
should
It was just that
all
one place.
Never go to theaters again because they
But
don't
yes.
have Mike and Ike's at this one theater.
yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
Listen,
Mike
man.
and Ike's aren't
I
even
am
that
not.
good.
I'm not going to sacrifice me going to see a movie in IMAX like Tenet and just rustling bass all around me. You know, I feel like I'm there. You know, it's just this gigantic screen just because they don't sell Mike and Ike's.
Yo,
Like-
I'm petty as hell, but still, it's just that the thing is, the biggest part I'm upset about is that my movie experience is no longer something I can have ever again because of change of company's hands, and it's
Because
just
of
like
Mike and Ike's
I
are
could
gone.
not just Mike and
It's
Ike's,
sneak
but
them in.
Just go, yeah, just
Sneak
go,
them
see,
in.
dude.
it's true.
It's so easy to take snacks in, man. Like,
But that's not the point. I mean,
Like,
that's the
your
whole idea
pockets
of
can
like.
be literally rattling with candy, and they're like, "You got candy in your pocket?" And you're like,
No.
that weird guy, like, "No."
No, it's
Are
just
you
like
sure
huge
about that?
doggy.
It's like, what are you gonna do? Stick your hand in my pocket?
Yeah, what
I'll
are you gonna
scream.
do you know how little people care about confrontation? I used to deliver flowers, and I used to take them into Walmart. I used to do like because the company I worked for like did the flowers in Walmart. It was a like local thing.
Yeah.
And anyways, I would just walk in wearing just a t-shirt and shorts, like not anything indicating that I worked for a flower company, and just start taking things out of the store and just like pulling buckets of flowers out and walking them out to a van. And there was only one time where I was ever confronted, and it was some like 16-year-old kid, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just taking these." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
That's it. That's the end of any kind of confrontation. People, if you just act like you know what you're doing, no one cares. Take Mike and Ike's
Yeah.
into the theater all you want. No one's gonna give a
Okay.
shit.
But let me put this to you. And this is like more like nerdy form of like how you can relate. If I were to tell you, if you were to play an emulation of a game or have the physical hardware and controller on hand, which would you choose?
Depends
The
on the
phys-
game,
the
honestly.
physical
like
game.
legitimately. I'm
Yeah,
actually.
you would want the physical piece. It's
There's
the
some
same
disagreements
idea.
there, actually.
It's the point of the experience. Like you go to the theater, you go get the
Please,
candy, you
let's
go
not
get-
talk about physical media while conspiracy is here. I really
Yeah,
don't want to talk
I'm
about
not ready
vinyl
about the-
records.
yeah.
Please, man.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, hey, do you have any controversies about title you'd like to bring up since the last time we talked?
Can
Okay. All right. Here's the thing about Tidal.
Yeah, let me hear it.
So there is only one reason now that I still use Tidal. I'm just gonna go off here.
Yeah, do it.
Tidal pays their artists like 300 times more than what Spotify pays them, like a cent per stream, which I like. I like supporting the artists that I, because I buy records, I go on Bandcamp, I buy it, and I try and support them any way I can. I buy CDs, that whole thing.
Paying for music.
But
A mega lol.
But the thing is their UI is made by children, man. They have no clue. Like, everyone, for years, for like 6 years, there's been this problem where it just stops randomly. Like, if you plug it into Bluetooth, it just stops. And it will just stop loading for no reason. There are tracks that will just disappear because, the labels change hands, whatever, which happens a lot, but it's so much more often on Tidal. And there are artists that are just not present. And the way that they format their artists fucks up the way that it scrobbles to Last.fm, so I have to go in and manually change it. So if it's like, Gorillaz and Mavis Staples, then it puts it together as one artist, Gorillaz and Mavis Staples, and I have to go in and change it to where the artist is just Gorillaz, whatever. And that's like annoying in of itself. But then the fact that Tidal doesn't, work properly with Sonos. And so anytime I hook it into my Sonos in my room, it just starts disconnecting speakers for no reason because they have no clue how to play nice with each other. It just drives me insane. I just want to pull everything out, become Ted Kaczynski, and move into the woods and just stop living in modern society because nothing fucking works. Nothing wireless ever works. But there's that. And then the fact that every other streaming software is doing high fidelity music now. The only thing that they have is the master quality albums, which most people don't care about. They don't have nice equipment to listen to it on. Which, yeah, you can obviously hear the difference between Spotify 64 kilobits per second and the master quality of Tidal, but most people don't care about that. So you have to make your UI nicer. And also, there's no way for people to, you can't look up someone else's playlist on Tidal. It's only Tidal's playlists, so there are no community-made playlists, which sucks so much, because then I have to make a playlist and then send it to someone, and then they have to save it for themselves, and it creates a playlist for them in their list. So it's there's no actual user-to-user interaction in any capacity. And it just drives me insane because I want to be able to look up my own. I have to find playlists on Spotify. I still pay for Spotify and Tidal. I have to look for playlists on Spotify and then listen to the songs on Tidal if I want to. Also, Tidal will just delete liked songs randomly, which doesn't seem like a big deal. But when you've made a list of 6,000 liked songs and then that just disappears, that sucks so much. And the fact that there's no integration for Tidal on Discord really sucks, so I can't listen along with my friends, and I can't convince my friends to get Tidal, so I just have to pay for both of them. Anyways,
yeah, because every time I hear the word Tidal, I go to YouTube, and then it's all these videos that say why I've quit Tidal, why Tidal sucks, why Tidal is dog poo poo cringe nay nay, and I'm just
it is cringe nay nay, but I still want to pay for Tidal because they pay artists more, and that makes me way happier. That makes me feel.
Why don't you just pirate their albums and donate to the whatever they have?
Because not all of the artists have Bandcamps and things where you can directly give money to them, and it's just
Well, that sounds like a them problem.
Well, it's also easier for me to do that, on my end, to just listen to the song on a streaming service and then.
Zoomers don't know how to torrent, bro.
Hey, Dreams,
God, man.
Dreams. I just want to admit I'm sorry for stepping on that social landmine. That was
What?
the social landmine that is talking about Tidal.
Yeah, I was trying to find a moment to be geez, what do I say to interrupt this? So you just stop.
Dude, I was about to say, I'm not sure there's a topic I could care about less than what we're talking about.
I need a comedic.
If you are using Tidal right now,
just
stop. It's terrible. There's only one reason I use it, and I'm a cringe nay baby. So that don't listen to
not me.
Yeah, don't listen to what I say. Just fucking get Spotify or Apple Music. Who cares at this point? Or just pirate music. Fuck artists. Fuck giving them money. Fuck supporting them in any way. The starving artist makes better music anyways.
True.
I miss LimeWire.
Artists being poor is
I
windy.
miss downloading a song that's disguised as 6 viruses, and it's not actually the song you download.
And it's
Yeah,
not.
you-
And it's just George Bush.
Yeah, good luck downloading your music and then your default browser changes, you fucking moron.
Wait, oh, sorry, yeah, LimeWire.
What was that other European version? Because there was LimeWire, then
Deezer.
there was a.
There was a ton. I mean, there
Share
was Frostwire, BearShare, Kazaa.
Kazaa.
Kazaa, that's it.
SoulSeek is still around, I think.
Kazaa is the other one.
And
I was
SoulSeek's
thinking
actually
of.
pretty good.
Dude, LimeWire is where I found Ween.
You like
literally,
Ween,
I was
Conspiracy?
searching for
I
songs,
do like Ween, actually.
and I downloaded a song, and it was Ween, and it wasn't even labeled Ween. I was like, what is this band? And it took me years to find.
Shout out to my mom, who I took home in my car, and I was playing Mutilated Lips, and she was like, "Who is this? I like this song." I was like, "Are you serious right now? This is the song from Ween that you like?" She's like, "Yeah," and then she proceeds to talk to my brother about it when I get home. She's like, "Have you heard of this band called Ween?"
Oh,
my
no.
god.
Your mother is still that childlike, whimsical stuff that goes, "Oh wow, this is something really neat. I must listen to this for the next 5 days nonstop. I must learn to hate this now." Of like just finding
I have
something new.
I have a picture of my mother holding The Money Store by Death Grips, like the LP for it.
Nice.
It's pretty, because I saw a picture online and it was like someone posted their LP of The Money Store, and it had a sticky note on it that said, "Don't let me see this again, Mom." And so I showed that to my mom, and I was like, "Will you hold The Money Store so I can get a picture of you with it?"
Just already telling her the context. Just hold on to it. Just act like you're disgusted. Perfect. All right, I'll take that away. You never saw this, Mom.
I don't think I can get her to hold No Love Deep Web though. I don't know if she would be okay holding that one.
The Money Store is the worst Death Grips album.
Okay.
Imagine not wanting your child to just have an image, because you're like, oh god, it's music. It's not, the image can hurt you. Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't know how to
Yeah.
talk about that one because that was totally my parents. living in
Unless you have an album like Dimmu Borgir, where it's like a woman's torso.
Cannibal
that's, like,
Corpse.
open- yeah, Cannibal Corpse. Like that shit, I can understand. I'd be like, Jimmy, you're 5 years old. Why do you have an album cover with literally a naked woman's breasts that have been skinned onto a?
He just has like
fucking-
piercings and like
Yeah,
and he's like, "Shut up, Mom!" And just like his arm lifted with a
a
dumbbell.
woman's skin is tied to her gravestone. What is this? What is the message here, Jimmy? What are we listening?
I will say though, so I saw someone wearing a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt in public, and they were wearing like, emo boots, and like they had a mask on with fucking spikes on it, and the whole get up.
Like they just walked out of like Hot Topic
Yeah,
or something.
and I was like,
Okay.
"Hey man, I like your shirt," and they just lit up. Like no one had ever appreciated their Cannibal Corpse t-shirt in their
You
entire
made
time
his
of
day.
wearing it. Yes,
You made
I-
his day.
dude. It was. He was like, "Yo, thanks, man." Like,
What's that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger about the Armageddon with Satan and shit? And like the kid's got a satanic shirt on, and actual like reincarnated Satan is walking down the street, and he's like, "Hey kid, nice shirt." And the kid just looks and goes, "Fuck you, dude." And Satan just like looks at him, and then a bus just hits the kid on the bike.
Oh my
What?
god.
It's a good movie.
I'm gonna have to need
Jingle
to
All the
see this
Way.
clip later, but no, I have no
Was
idea.
it
what
Jingle
hell
All
you're
the
talking
Way?
about.
No, it's definitely
It's
not.
not
Jingle All
Jingle All the Way. No.
The best part of Jingle All the Way,
Cookies!
the best
No.
part of Jingle All the Way is how like there's like a secret like underground like midget mafia like ring that like
Shout out to Midget
steals
Mafia.
presents and stuff. It's like really bizarre. It's a really bizarre plot point. Arnold Schwarzenegger fights like a whole army of midgets, like in the movie. It's really weird.
I think those are called elves. Conspiracy.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
that's the thing. They're like, yeah,
That's the
they're,
thing.
yeah,
They're not really elves. They're all
Yeah.
just
They're just midgets.
yeah.
I was reading a thing about the like the reality of the Wolf of Wall Street, like comparatively to like what actually happened, and someone was like, we didn't actually throw the midgets onto targets. We did have them fight each other, but it wasn't, we didn't have them thrown and launched out of cannons. It's like
Oh,
the
man.
Oh, it reminds me of did you see like God, what was it? Was it the official Israel Twitter account that was like,
Oh, no.
it was shitting on Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders misquoted that they killed like 500 something odd Palestinian children. They were like, we only killed 400 Palestinian children. Like, legitimately, that was their response, was they got the number wrong.
Sure.
Oh.
So anyway, what is it? Back to what you wanted to talk about. What are these I see here about the mentally ill VT takes?
Oh, oh my god. So the new board, the new board,
The new
the new
The new
board,
vor.
the new board VT is just completely filled with mentally ill people who
I
like
mean, yeah.
it's so incredible. Let me actually just read one. I'll pull one up here
Oh,
so I can
Dude,
read
I
it.
don't
yeah, here we go.
understand VTubers. Like, what is it? Just like idle stuff?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
idols,
yeah.
but you know, anime girls.
idols, but they play video games. They're gamers.
They're even less talented, basically. It's just
All
idols,
right.
but they're less talented.
Dreams, pull up the first link for the VT takes.
Here we go.
If you got
VT
that.
takes.
Yeah, on the Google document.
You have the first link. Yeah, I have it here.
Yeah,
Oh, mentally ill VT takes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
you got that.
Copy.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Yeah, let me just read this.
Go for
I
it.
keep imagining I'm going out on dates with Ame. Like we'd go to some hardware store or whatever and find parts and stuff she needs for projects or something. I know that doesn't sound exciting, but there used to be a pretty cool one I used to go to back in the day. If not this, then I just like to imagine holding her hands a lot, or imagine her wrapping her arms around me, kissing me on the back of the neck and telling me it'll be fine. Lots of stuff like this, but with Polka, I have to remind myself to stop thinking about her too much at least 5 or 6 times a day. Oh fuck. I can't control this
Bro,
from
this
here.
is like every time I hear about VTuber stuff, it really is just like this is what zero pussy does to it.
No.
You know,
Seriously,
like-
listen. I genuinely cannot stop thinking about her anymore. When I say that, I mean it literally.
Oh,
I literally cannot force my mind to stop thinking about Polka.
Bro.
She has a near permanent place in my mental subroutines now. I have broken and reshaped my brain as much as possible, and I can now physically feel the touch of her hands on me when the mental subroutine of her runs a finger across my arm. I'm intensely frustrated that I can't fully automate Polka in my mind, but I've gotten as close as I can so far.
This is like a real like Baudrillardian nightmare scenario,
It's
bro.
what.
Like
oh God.
not is it only just like a virtual like capitalist like idol icon, but it's a literal like virtual anime girl.
I genuinely
like,
believe that
talking about your, like,
VTubers are going to be
physical,
the
like,
downfall of Western
obsession
civilization.
relationship. Like you're like your parasitic like relationship with this fucking like capitalist. It's like having this like the Wendy's girl, bro. Like like what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like I just don't understand.
All right. Hold on. Not as far as I want to go, sadly. Despite how deeply I can bury it, I still have to think of Polka doing things. Despite being able to simulate it as well as I can, I have to puppet the simulation to make it work. I have to devote time to making her talk, act, move, and feel. The ability to provoke stimuli reactions in my body localized to places my simulation interacts with is useful, yes, but it isn't fully autonomous. I can't have those simulations generate without commanding it. In a way, this may be better. I have full control over it, so I can shut it down if I need to, but it isn't the same as a fully functional simulation that acts autonomously, as a perfect polka. Can you imagine? Like
You could have done anything in your life. Learn.
they made a polka tulpa.
Like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what just happened. Like, you could have got into a trade. You could have learned a language. You could have learned how to cook or something to, benefit yourself. And instead, you said, I'm going to go crazy mad over this character that like the actor exists in real life, but the the persona they play as does not.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If Chris Chan can get a girlfriend, you can too. It is not that difficult. Like, seriously, this is just what zero pussy does to him.
What's the,
I mean,
what's
like-
the Red Letter Media line? Like, if Rich Evans can get laid, you can get laid.
Yeah. All right. So there's that one, and then
Oh god,
it gets worse. It gets progressively worse. I promise.
Am I supposed to be sing something on this TV, by the way?
Oh no, did I not tell you about XS overlay to like open it up so you could see Dreams'
I don't know
stream?
what Access Overlay is.
Okay. Well, don't worry. I'm reading. It's literally just a 4chan thread, so
Okay.
you're not missing anything. I'm just reading it. Do you guys use the actual names of your Oshis with your psychiatrist? I've just been calling Gura the YouTube girl for the past 6 months or so, but it's getting to the point that they're pushing really hard for me to go into more details, since probably 90% of the sessions revolve around her.
Yeah, because the red flag totally wasn't you going to your psychiatrist.
Please
Bro,
tell us
I mean,
what you're
first of all,
telling them about Gura.
Therapy is
I
like
need to
the
know.
lamest shit ever, bro. It really
Hey,
only
David
works
Lynch
for
said
women.
therapy is useless, so you know.
I mean,
that...
it is. Like, it's for women, bro. It's a fucking. It's like.
Oh
I'm
my
serious.
God.
Like, it doesn't work.
Basically what you would expect. I'm pathologically obsessed with her to the point that I neglect normal daily functioning. Dropped out of college, lost my job, and moved back home and literally can't stand to do anything else besides think about Gargoyle literally all day, every day. Oh, where's the next slide?
the
in this
whole joke of
presentation?
the whole joke about like 4chan is like never meet anyone who's been there because they're all like stereotypically crazy. And 9 times out of 10, you see somebody who's like actively around that site, and you're just like, yeah, they're quirky, I guess, but they're not really problematic. And then you get to this new board, this containment board, has just shown you the worst of people who just will make tulpas, go to a psychiatrist who can't stop thinking about haha funny, pixel shark or whatever. And now it's just like, why?
I honestly,
What?
I thought that like r/waifuism was bad because like I went there, just to like read and it was pretty
See the
funny
cringe?
to go. Yeah, because there were people who
It was your people watching.
it was
watching
people
to the internet.
watching, just seeing people like degrade as human beings. But I honestly believe that VTubers are going to be the downfall of Western civilization as we know it. Just like corporatism, they're going to be people who Black Mirror style like inject versions of VTubers into their brain, and then they just tell them to buy products every day, all day. And
I can't wait for the Facebook group Moms Against VTubers to start happening.
dude, seriously, we need that. I mean, they increased the drinking age to 21, the Moms Against Drunk Drivers, so all you need is just a bunch of
Cringe, by the
base.
way. Drunk drivers are the most oppressed race in America. There's
Oh
no
my
other way to
God.
talk about it.
Our sons are romancing robots on the computer. We need to stop this epidemic. It's ruining us. We won't have grandchildren if we keep this up. That's what'll happen.
It is though. It's Blade Runner thing, Blade Runner stuff where they're just creating corporate tulpas in people's heads, and they're just gonna tell them to buy. This is the beginning. This is like the setup for what's going to happen. Like right now they're cute girls doing cute things, but eventually it's going to become like cute girl doing cute thing, and then you want to do that thing that cute girl is doing, so you buy into it and use your social credit points to buy your.
You switch the cameras back, right?
Bojard has warned us about this
Oh.
shit forever, man. I mean, like,
Yeah.
like we're just like these disgusting like emotional relationships with like our own like capitalist simulacra. It's like everything's like just gone out of control. Like we're so fucked.
If
Have you
I'm
seen
living in Blade Runner, then how come I'm still not Ryan Gosling?
God damn it! Honestly, man, just like videos of Ryan Gosling screaming are they're so good. He has such a great scream.
I really like the stories of him like as a kid, like throwing knives at people at the playground and stuff.
What?
Yeah,
Reddit
he's like
Ryan
actually
Gosling
like
is
pretty
best.
autistic in real life.
Really?
Yeah, like apparently, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So is Mads Mikkelsen. by
He's
the way.
literally
Mads
like
Mikkelsen is,
me.
like,
He is
yeah.
literally me. You know when you watch
Yeah.
when
He's
you
actually
watch
me.
Drive and you're like, he is literally me. Like it's
I never got that because I would never do anything for a woman. So,
Oh
and
no!
honestly, it's cringe that he died for one. So,
he didn't die.
what?
No, he didn't die at the end of the movie. He drove
What are you
off into the sunset.
Dude, he gets
Wait.
fucking like stabbed like 30 times.
And he just drives off. There's no
Dude,
there's
there's
no
way
indicator that
he's
he
fucking
died.
living that, bro.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
We cannot confirm nor deny.
That wasn't the most mentally ill one. I really wanted to read the last one, so let me do that real
God,
quick.
please.
It got worse. Seriously.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I'm not
it's just
pulling it
a,
up
You don't have to pull it up. I'll just
because somebody's reply has a hard R in it.
Very
yeah.
true.
This one all right. Honestly, that's pretty tame compared to this fucking shit I'm in right now. I lied to my parents about having an internet girlfriend from Australia whose name is Kiara for the past 6 months so they can stop bugging me about finding a GF, even though I live on my own and am generally successful. I describe what she does for a living as a fast food manager, unironically, and how hot she is, and they both bought me tickets to go to Sydney to see her next month. What the fuck am I supposed to do? They want pictures. I am seriously considering making up a strong breakup in the next few weeks so I can get them to refund the tickets and move on, but my acting skills aren't good enough.
Which the first or one of the big responses was, "Please be real."
Please be real. Yeah. I'm gonna skip these replies because it's basically just like take a picture with someone and call them your girlfriend or just enjoy your night in Australia. But then this one is, thank you very much for the advice. I'm still weighing out my options because honestly Australia does sound nice for a 2-week vacation since I took all of next month off from work. My parents are, is it Chaldeans? How do you say that? My parents are Chaldeans,
sure.
and all 5 of my siblings already have 2+ kids each. My mother literally prays to God to undo my latent homosexuality, even though I've said multiple times I'm not when I'm literally just an awkward social autist. They don't even know I'm atheist.
Oh no. My mother literally prays to God to undo my latent homosexuality.
That's so good. That's such a good quote, man. My mother prays to God every night. Can you imagine having such a worried mother?
It's like, what is the Cards Against Humanity card? Literally praying the gay away.
Ugh. Man, water tastes so much better when it's out of a cup that says "Don't tread on me."
No step on snack.
No step on snack. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like VTubers, but basically it's just like, oh, cute girl I save picture of on Twitter on my phone, and then that's it. Like
it's like this. It's like having a friend with a dog, because it's like you don't want to take care of the dog. It's so much of a hassle, but whenever you get to go over, you get to have all the fun parts about it, and then get to go home and get away from it all. That's what VTubers is for me. It's like, oh, haha, they did this fun game I like, and then just never acknowledge them ever again unless something new comes up I like.
I posted a picture of a VTuber alongside one of my threads one time, and that was like the worst decision I ever made because I just just floods of people like, your Oshi sucks. And I'm like, it's
Your
not
what?
my Oshi. I'm just.
Your what? What?
Yeah, he keeps saying that word. I have no idea what that means.
What is an Oshi?
I guess it's like your preferred VTuber. That's what they keep saying, like as your waifu, essentially. Your Oshi is your waifu. But I don't know.
Hey, Con.
I just.
I don't understand this.
That's
whole...
cringe, nene. If I had to think of anything.
Like.
I didn't use that word. I'm saying they use that word.
I mean,
I know you didn't.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Everything about VTubers. Now I got a chainsaw.
Yo!
Is there someone working a chainsaw outside?
Honestly, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. Someone's been driving a fucking lawnmower back and forth outside my house. I'm trying to mute.
Turn it down! Turn it
my ears. Jeez. Goodness gracious.
Just
No, we had Mama Mad come in again.
Oh my god, yeah.
Man.
Holy shit, poor guy.
Why do we need a chainsaw? We just mowed the lawn.
There's one more I want to talk about that I saw that was really funny on this doc you had, was the main banning vanity plates. And I was like
yeah.
license plates? And
Okay.
Okay. Because here's the deal. I saw the back of the guy's car, and on the
No, that's a
image
woman.
given-
That's a woman.
I'm sorry. On the image, there's one that just says MILFmobile, and people were finding it offensive and wanted to remove it. I live in a town where every single day I go out on the road, no matter who it is, like any part of the day, I see this one truck, and on the back of its on its back window, it has Okie as fuck, and it's just no censor, full on what the word says, and I just giggle, thinking some man is getting to have that on his car, is not being told to remove it, not anything about it. So when I saw this whole news story about this woman in Maine who has her license plate that reads off "tits out," and they're
It's
banning,
awesome, man.
I'm just like,
So Dreams, pull up the image. It's just under the main license plates, whatever. But it's in the.
I mean,
in
that
the
seems
article.
rife for a lawsuit. I mean, like, there's not. I mean, like,
She is. She's bringing a lawsuit
I
because.
mean, like, I've seen speech is protected by the First Amendment. Like, there's nothing banning. There shouldn't be anything banning you from.
Yeah,
from
her car has MILF-mobile on the back, and it says 207 shit boxes.
It's
crash.
It says this vehicle makes sudden stops at your mom's house, and then it says
Nice.
only gay cops give me tickets.
Yeah, that's a classic one. I've seen that.
Condoms prevent minivans, and then if you're going to ride my ass, at least pull my hair. And she's bringing a lawsuit, because like she's like a local legend, and people love her van. I really love that. There's another guy from Maine who has the license plate toe sucker, and he has a bumper sticker that says "Put your top back on and show me your feet."
That's
Oh,
so good.
no.
Oh,
These are bro.
just goes throughout the state unchallenged. But some of the license plates that are getting banned, they had a
Who's
picture:
messaging me?
butt fuck, I eat ass, you're a dink, later bitch, fuck milfs. Wait, what is this one?
It's in this bitch. Honk,
I'm
honk if
fucking
one
late.
falls out.
Fat ass, on my way to fuck your bitch, fuck you. Yeah, just like but seriously, like tits out is so tasteful. It's great. Like it's so much better than just like fuck
Tasteful.
you on the back of your license
If I
plate.
had to put stickers on a car, just to be the biggest haha, to me would be on the front of my car, on the front, have it say on my way to fuck your bitch, and then on the back of my car it says the line was too long, implying they just like got behind me or whatever. Just to like, sorry man, everyone's in line waiting to get your bitch.
There's a guy. I went to Whataburger at like 2 a.m.
As you do.
Yeah, and the manager there has a car with, is it Atasha all over it, just like
Oh, no.
covered in anime women. And
Oh.
yeah, so and then I pull up to the window and he's wearing like all anime merch like over his Whataburger stuff.
No,
Like this guy.
this
Oh,
is not
man.
real. I refuse. Did you get a picture of him?
I didn't get a picture of him, but I have a picture of his car. I can send it
Okay.
to you.
Yeah, no, I need that to be shown. I need to see this in its full.
How about you send it to me and I'll show it?
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah,
am
How
I
about,
gonna-
wait, do you really want to dox your friend, your Whataburger's manager?
Dude, I mean, if you drive a car like that, you know. Did JK just join in here without?
Sorry, I just realized what the name of this VC was. Sorry, guys.
Hi, JK.
Hey,
Why is
JK.
it
Sorry.
locked?
Hi, JK.
Surprise
My bad.
appearance by JK47. Kind
Man,
of.
Hey, guys.
this shit sucks.
Eat your greens. Eat your greens and go to school. Don't do drugs.
Kind of awesome.
Can't believe he just dropped
He
it.
just drops in. Holy
Yeah,
Don't
shit.
do drugs. I saw that man spend 3 hours trying to wire a fucking cart to function without an actual engaging.
What? JK?
Yeah, remember he was wiring up the cart.
Is that what he was doing? I thought it was something more wholesome, like
No,
for
he-
school.
He was making a game on that screen, but at another time he had a bunch of wires out and he was wiring up the cart.
All right, I
In
gotta
Minecraft,
find.
in Minecraft.
Bootleg, and yeah,
In
it's
Minecraft.
redstone wire, redstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, his license plate is Kohane.
We
Red-
are
redstone.
welcome to my mine. We
They
are
are
mining
mining
diamonds.
diamonds.
We don't have to strip mine. We don't have to
The
find mobs.
diamonds. All right.
All
we're
right,
done.
I sent you the,
The bit's
picture,
over.
Dreams.
All right. Oh,
You can show
Let's,
that one.
Get a good preview of that.
All right, fuck Mary Kill, Opa SpongeBob style kid, semi-classic Sonic fan. I have the spider
There you
kid.
go.
this is outside of your
Oh,
Whataburger.
No. Oops.
Oh, man, look at
There we
those. What the hell? I need to look at this, bruh. He could have had,
Kohane.
dude. Like,
He had a
he got a Supreme.
on the
sticker.
other side. I don't want to send all the pictures, but on the other side he had a
Look at all those beans.
Corona Chan, like a sticker of Corona Chan.
Oh no! Like, I mean, live your life, dude. Yours is yours. You know.
Honestly, that's my thing. It's like if you
We're
want to
all
do
gonna
that,
die
who cares?
someday.
Like
Yeah.
as long as you're not infringing on what I do, I could give less of a shit on what you put on your car.
He is living his best life. I'm just saying. We
Exactly.
all dream to live as free as that man, who has no shame.
Poor conspiracy just left out, has no clue what's going on.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, you can talk about whatever you want, man.
Oh, how about we talk about how
Is it time for the Sneed
NFL
discussion?
Aw.
The new
No, we
Sneed?
get here. Can we do one more before we get to Steve, just so I don't feel like I need to die? The whole in a new ad by the NFL.
Yeah.
they said,
The
Football
football
is
is
gay.
gay. Yeah, they just said
Yeah.
it was for Pride Month. They just said football is gay. Like,
Holy face.
They could have said anything. They could have been any more powerful, but some boomer in his 50-year-old chair that realized he's not gonna make a dime off of the LGBT group says, "Why don't we just say football's gay?"
I can't remember which blue checkmark company it was, but they made like a thing. It was like a, like ASCII art, and it was like sending, pride whatever your way, and it was literally just a guy like pushing a gay pride flag off of a building. Like it was
take the gays and push them somewhere else.
I like this propaganda right here. How you see the words moving along the screen. It says accept. Football is accepting everything. That's how you know you're looking at propaganda. Accept everything. Like
Everything.
okay, what was the message here? You're like splashing words by.
And
But
then
it's
the
just, but it's made to say football is everything and football is acceptance. But it's also a way to say accept everything. Because look at the way the words move.
I mean, I will say,
Come on.
caring about sports is pretty fucking gay, honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on now. That's where I throw my hat into the ring. 'Cause let me tell you, college sports is everything here. Like,
yeah,
thanks for
okay.
those.
Yeah,
College
yeah.
Playing
College
them.
sports should be banned.
Why?
Oh, you're boring.
This is a take. I used to live with a former college quarterback, and you could say red pilled me onto the realities of what college sport athletes go through, and it's
Yeah, it's terrible, but
inhuman.
I don't give a
It's
shit. I'm not
inhuman and it
doing
should be
it.
stripped.
Like, I want to see other people hurt themselves, not me.
I mean, yeah, but like we shouldn't have this like quasi legal system where we pretend we're the moral good guys. Like they should just have private leagues. Like there's nothing wrong with having a minor league.
Dude, shout out to the XFL that was trying to revamp itself and then died because of COVID. Like, I would have loved to see the XFL still be a thing.
The XFL?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, what's the WWE CEO's name? I lost it all of a sudden.
Oh,
Vince
I
McMahon.
remember that. I
Yeah,
watched a documentary on that. Yeah.
So, back in the day, Vince McMahon was trying to make a new league for football called the XFL, which I don't remember when he did that. I want to say the 90s, but yeah, in the 90s. And then it just ultimately flopped. So back in 2020, because obviously the football season for the NFL and for college, it's all in the fall. NCAA and NFL both operate in the fall season. So the XFL said, well, if there's no football in the spring, let's bring it to the spring season. So Vince McMahon revamped the XFL, changed so many rules about the normal way how football is played, and made it for the point being of how the NFL plays football is so slow and low-scoring games like soccer. We said, let's make it a high-scoring game. And that's what the XFL was supposed to be, which there were more ways to get points, easier ways to get points, and still having the same scoring figure of, touchdown 6 points, field goals 3 points, extra point 1 point, touchback 2 point, all that shit. But it was the big diverse part about it was how live it was supposed to be, because it was cameras and interviews happening in real time as the game was going, as XFL was trying to get to talk to head coaches who were on the field, talking to players who were actually just got done doing a run or a pass or something. And it lasted, I think, for about 3 or 4 weeks, because it started in February and then March came and then the XFL just had to cancel. The XFL failed as a project, not because it wasn't getting enough attention. I was ready to buy merch for one of the Texas teams that the XFL had because one of the head coaches was a previous head coach for the university I attended, and I absolutely loved the guy. So when I heard he
check
got
out the stream.
yeah.
Just
So,
Tim and
like-
Eric. Yeah. S'mores.
Yeah. Anyway, sports. Look,
Okay, I will
Look,
say this.
okay,
So
I will
about
say-
social landmine. Social landmine.
So
You got
about
to talk
college
about
sports.
title. I got to talk about sports.
So not only is it like terrible for the athletes, like absolutely like some of the worst working conditions you could possibly go to, but like the fact that like taxpayer money is being like millions of taxpayer money is going to like funding like fucking football coaches should be like outrageous. Like absolutely ridiculous. Any institution that receives public money should not be allowed to pay coaches or I would say that only if they want to have so quote unquote college sports leagues, which are essentially just minor leagues, they should have them only be for private schools, and they should really just be private leagues in the first place.
But it's fun to watch touchdown.
It is.
I mean, you can do that anywhere. Like, I don't get that fucking.
But it's fun to
Mentality,
watch touchdown from
honestly.
my school.
Here's my only claim to fame. Like, if anything, when I was in marching band in college, I got a picture with one of the wide receivers at the time who was still playing at my school, and now he plays for the Baltimore Ravens. And he's so short. He's like 5'5", and I just like am just a mountain to him. But he plays the game great, and I think sports are cool, despite the fact that college players are beaten to a pulp.
Yeah.
Who has the moral
Do you
high
freak
ground?
out around celebrities?
Not really. Like, oh, there was one time when, like 2 or 3 NFL players were at a local, Top Golf here, and I wasn't the one freaking out. I was just like, oh, cool. And I just went on to my booth. Meanwhile, my sister and my mother tried to walk over to get pictures with them, and, like, their security guys were just like, no, go away. We are not here to do with fans right now. And I was just like, I mean, it's the same way of, I treat them in my mind as a person, to where I'm not gonna go stop somebody on the street and ask for their autograph. Maybe I'll try and like sneak a photo of them, sure, but I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, hey, can I get a photo with you? Because that's just awkward. Or just like,
I
I'm
will
sure
say,
they'd
though,
be more than
so-
happy to, but I just like, no, I couldn't do it.
I
wouldn't feel
don't
the
I
need
don't
to.
freak out over celebrities. However, I did freak out when I met Alex Honnold. So if you don't know who Alex Honnold is, he's the
I
guy. He was the star of the movie like Free Solo, which was a documentary that followed him as he climbed El Capitan, which is 3,000 feet of vertical climbing with no ropes or anything like that. Just like
Neat.
yeah. So he is like a master of climbing, like a master of his craft, and you know that like literally if one move was wrong he would have died. So to me he was like this just, you know, this god in climbing. I'm a huge rock climber, so I saw him just eating at a food truck, and I like almost shit my pants. I was so excited and like,
Did you,
dude, you're my hero, man. Like, just
shaky hand and everything, like, can I get you to sign something or
well,
whatever?
he signed my climbing bag, and so it's
Nice!
signed by him and and Tommy Caldwell. It was funny because I already had it signed by Tommy Caldwell, and he's like, dude, right next to Sweet Tommy, yeah, and like signed up, yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
So that
That's
was
very
cool
wholesome.
because like to
Yeah.
me he like actually has a talent and, you know, worked extremely hard to get where he is and like deserves all the praise that he gets. So, you know, like obviously I kind of freaked out meeting him, but if I were to see like, you know, a fucking like Ryan Gosling, I'd be Ryan Gosling's maybe a little different. I'd be like, that's kind of based. I need to, you know, get a picture with the drive
go
guy. But
the 20 seconds of him
But, you know,
silently
like,
because he's socially
if I saw
doesn't know
Tommy
how to-
Lee Jones, I'd be like, oh, cool, that's Tommy Lee Jones, awesome,
Yeah.
and move on.
Yes, the boss guy.
With a boss baby?
No.
What's wrong with you, man?
What? Is the boss baby based? Do you guys want to watch Boss Baby 2?
No.
Is there a second one?
Did they make a
Yes.
second one?
Why did they make
It
a
was
second
popular enough, bro.
What are you?
Do you guys know in the
on right now?
Despicable Me lore, how
Stop
they like
talking.
sidetracked Hitler? They sidestepped the Hitler problem.
one? Oh my
What?
God.
Huh?
Okay, do you guys not know like the lore behind the Minions?
I don't even know if I want to get in on this.
No,
I know
man,
the
I don't know the lore
lore
behind the
but
Minions.
we're not gonna
Okay,
talk
do
about
you
it.
want? It's funny. Do you want to know?
It's not funny. It's actually not terrifying. Let's not.
Did
Okay.
you-
Have you seen
did
the
you know
original
that,
Minions? Do you know what they are?
Did
Yeah,
you
I know
did
what
you
they
know that
are.
the Emoji Movie is what inspired Jordan Peele to quit acting and start directing and like direct Get Out? Like the Emoji Movie, because they asked him to voice the shit character, and he was so offended that he like quit acting and started directing. So
That's bullshit,
the
but I
Emoji
believe
Movie directly caused Get Out and Us to happen.
I don't
Oh my
remember
god,
seeing...
is that a white person? Ah, I'm
White
going
person
insane!
bad.
Ah!
And people
Sorry,
kind of are
the
just
only
like,
pro-black
eh?
director I watch is Tariq Nasheed, the artist of Buck Breaking. So
Oh, please,
Oh, no,
man.
no, come
Oh.
on.
You guys
know,
like
because I get-
cars? I like cars.
Yeah,
yeah.
cars are pretty cool. I worked on my car yesterday. I had to
What kind of
change
car
the...
you got?
It's a good
Oh,
thing my
it's-
internet
it's
shit
just a
out for a couple
sedan.
seconds.
It's just a Chevy
Oh
Cruze.
no! Your connection to VR chat timed out. Awesome.
Yo, so anyway, I've come to commandeer the podcast. So now that I'm here...
So if you guys didn't actually want me to talk about Buck Breaking, you shouldn't have asked what it was.
Well, actually, I have a way we could segue into this. So, because about buck breaking, it goes into a little thing about the whole Sneed community. So let's talk about that. You
it's
wanted to
it's
mention it
finally
later.
time to talk about the Sneed stuff, the new
Yeah,
Sneed development.
Yeah,
Is it
let's
time? Talk
yeah,
about
let's-
Okay,
Sneed.
so
let's get it going.
Do we have to talk about Sneed? Oh, hold on, man. My internet is just
so read
breaking.
the episode was
Oh,
asked.
fuck.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
It could be buck breaking, you could say.
Oh, shut
yes, you could say.
If you guys say that one more time, I'm getting off to go smoke a bowl.
All right,
I
I
don't even
think
know
we're.
what
I
that
think
is.
we're fine.
I don't want to know what.
I don't
I'm
know
being
what it
canceled
is.
for.
It was just like dying.
Anyway.
for a second.
What
Okay,
Anyway,
so the new
Sneed.
Sneed developments. So the writer of the Sneed Feed and Seed episode was asked on Twitter which one of them was Sneed outside the store, and he said it's the fat one. His name is Al Sneed, apparently. That's his full name. And
Yeah,
the
Al.
skinny one is Chuck. And personally, I think this is outrageous. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
That Al and Chuck are both on the same porch, despite the fact that the business had changed hands.
Yeah, well, he actually goes over this in the response where they talked about they were good friends, and he still comes over there from time to time just to hang out. But
they
the
live
thing
in
about
a
you guys
little
know like the
bumper tower.
Kiki and Bobo thing. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, sure.
Well, do you actually like?
No, no idea.
There's this there's this I guess you could call it psychology research study where basically regardless of culture or language that you've grown up in, they show people a picture of like a round object and like a spiky object, and then they ask you to tell them which one is Kiki and which one is Bobo. And universally, people say that the round one is
spiky
Bobo
one is Kiki
and the
the-
spiky one is Kiki.
Well, I think it.
In the same way, Chuck is a fat man's name. Sneed is a lanky guy, right? Like, there's no way that you can look me in the eyes and tell me Sneed is like a big guy. You know,
Not
like that just makes
really.
no sense.
Was that all you wanted to tell us? Was that all the Sneed information?
That
I've been
was the
pushing
new
it
Sneed.
off-
However, the Sneedacity thing is way
Oh.
funnier than that, and that's one of the most bizarre things I've seen on Twitter in a long time. If you want me to bring that bit up. So you guys know Audacity, right? Like the music player, the recording software.
Oh, yeah,
Audacity.
yeah.
I saw that.
It
The
got-
whole
it
thing about
changed,
their.
it changed owners, right, or whatever.
So they decided to stop making it free and open source, and so they forked the original project to a new thing for Audacity, and they were renaming it, and they were like, "What should we rename it?" And they made a public poll, and of course, G found it, and they, the top result was Sneedacity, and then like the creator of this got like actually insane and like was really really against it, tried like vehemently to like. And then they like made up a bunch of stuff about how they like got stabbed by like a 4chan supporter. That's what the term they used, a 4chan supporter for like.
Who is this
supporter.
4chan?
I don't
supporter,
know.
by the way.
And then the discourse on Twitter turned into like, Sneed is now a slur that means special needs. Okay.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
I
Incredible.
remember seeing
I can't
that.
wait for it to be added to the Anti-Defamation League's list of.
Dude, I
of,
would fucking lose my mind if Sneed becomes like an
an
actual,
ADL, yeah,
an ADL slur, bro. Like,
oh my god,
that would be so incredible. People even know that it was like a psyop now, but they still like believe it anyway and like get mad at you for doing it. Like what? I just don't understand it.
I remember
That's
somebody.
why how they work. That's how like the psyop is taking effect on the public and they're reacting to it.
I remember knowing a very whiny person who was somebody in school who kept constantly changing degrees because they didn't know what to do with their life. Eventually, they jumped onto this on the topic of getting into some form of engineering, being mechanical or computer science. And I remember specifically because it's like within the field, usually you give somebody X monkey, like grease monkey, spark monkey, wrench monkey, all that stuff.
Yeah, Code Monkey,
And,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, code monkey. And I remember saying that like casually because I'm a monkey. I'm an engineering student, and I
Same.
remember
Well,
him.
I'm not a
I remember
student,
him, and I remember him getting so offended by it. I was like, "Do you not know that this is a thing? Like, everyone is called a monkey of something," and he's just like, "I just think that's offensive," and I'm like, "Okay,
why? Like,
but
why is that
why?"
offensive? Do you think black people are? Is that the
They're
implication here?
equating
Do you
black
think-
people to monkeys.
Like, no one was equating that until you brought it up, bro. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
so,
thing. is
like,
a lot
I
of
don't
the
know what your
people-
point is here.
a lot of
John
people are crying
McAfee talked to me
racism.
on Twitter about like the whole analogy of like black people, monkeys, how they like use that and just have latched on to it. I can't
Well, here's
believe that.
A lot of people that are crying racism are actually the ones being racist without realizing it by going to those conclusions in the first place. A lot of the time, like you went there, your brain brought us here. Why are we discussing? Why did you think that a monkey has to equate to that? Because that's not what we're fucking saying. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah, no, for real.
God, I hate people.
Also, you guys know Coco the gorilla is like totally fake and made up, right?
Is it?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll bite. What's this?
Oh,
Come
I watched
on.
I watched like a documentary about it. The basically the trainer, it was sort of like a Helen Couch situation, although even more suspicious. Were like, so not only did they never release like the actual like raw video footage of them like talking to the gorilla, but they would like single-handedly interpret like the words of Coco, and it wasn't even real sign language. They had like an actual deaf guy come in and like try to talk to them, and the gorilla didn't know how to speak sign language. It's like actually literally like total nonsense and completely made up. And once they, and this is known in like the 80s, and like all the public research funds like dried up immediately, but they still like advertised it as like a real thing and became like a pop science thing. It's like a brand.
Can you look that up, Dreams? Is Coco
That's
the
100%
gorilla
true,
real?
bro.
Did he just die? Is he gone?
I think the guy with the chainsaw finally got a hold of him.
He probably went to go smoke a bowl. All right, I gotta. No, there he is. He put it on all cameras. What a Chad. He knows what to do.
All right.
Welcome
I
back.
still don't see anything, but
After all the conspiracy talk we've had tonight.
yeah.
All the conspiracies we've talked about have been like really like lackluster things, like the McDonald's ice cream machine and Coco the
Yeah.
gorilla, like things that aren't even like detrimental to.
I want to know the truth.
And one of the points they brought up in the documentary, I thought was actually really true, is how there are like literally like millions of actual deaf people speaking ASL, and yet people want to throw more money at like teaching a fucking gorilla how to talk rather than like give them funding for their programs. Like that's actually some of the most insulting shit ever.
I mean, you could say the same thing about other researchers. Like, here, let me step up on some toes real quick that I know Pixel will
What
throw me
just
under the gutter
happened?
for. Nice dude, nice, nice spine. Anyway, but the idea of like people funding dumb science things that are like, what is this supposed to do for us? You could make the exact same argument with space, because it's the idea other than, because people will say, but it's cool. But then you really go, okay, but what has this research done for us?
A lot.
I mean,
the
I'm-
phone,
I am one of
the
those people, though,
camera
like,
in your
I
phone
actually
is
do
because
think
of
that,
space
like-
research. The pens that you have, like, there's a lot of different technology that came from NASA directly, like in their research for how to do things.
It's
in
all
space.
reverse engineered alien tech. Trust me.
Based. It's actually Hollow Earth tech. It's Outlandian.
No, they made a deal. The aliens made a
Why is
deal.
your mic
Listen,
so loud?
Yeah,
I don't
why-
know. Why is it so loud?
It's like, yeah, you are
Here we go.
you are
How about
peaking like
How about
crazy.
now?
Yeah,
How
There
about
you go.
It's fine.
now? So basically, yeah, thermal cameras. That was aliens. They
That
gave
was
us
alien?
tech.
I guess the argument then to be made: when was the last time a space discovery Because, well, I'm just saying, for the sake for why would they waste money on space? But
I do
forgot
think that
you're
they
on
shouldn't
both
waste
sides
money
of,
on
hey,
space,
both are
bro. Like, as
stupid.
long as there's like starving people in this world, we
Yeah,
shouldn't be
space
fucking
is
spending
cool.
money on fucking like putting out like space colonization, bro. We got
Nah.
problems on Earth already.
Space is
Conspiracy, do you
cool.
think we went to the moon?
Oh my God. Here we go.
No,
I don't really care, honestly. The moon's
That's-
cringe.
All
Here's
right,
my
I was
opinion.
halfway with you.
We were supposed to get off this planet, but we failed before we ran out of resources. And we were all individuals, and we have to, accumulate and
I mean, what is
buy
supposed? I mean,
stuff. Well, here's the
pe-
thing: if we're trapped on this rock, we have to get off it, or we're gonna
Allegedly.
exhaust it eventually.
Like, this sort of myth is like the entire like problem with space colonization rhetoric in the first place, right? Like it's this like mindset of like consumption and like the historical narrative is driven by like consumption of like resources and that like there's some sort of inevitability that leads us to the stars. We could just stop fucking consuming so much oil and we wouldn't have any problems.
Yo, I
Yeah,
heard
We're
of
gonna run
oil.
out
can't
of
stop-
space for
you
people
can't
eventually.
stop people
like,
from
Then
from
start
having
killing
sex.
people. It's not that hard.
That's the.
I mean, I'm serious. Like, I mean, well, not killing, but like you can just like
Okay.
stop like institute one-child policies. Like, it's
No,
not-
man. No. Do you know what
No,
happens
what
then?
human
Do you know what
freedom
China
is,
did?
man.
People just started putting babies in boxes and throwing them in rivers. They would just be like littering the bottom of rivers, just babies everywhere.
That's why I'm saying it's too late. We fucked up.
Look,
We've
there-
wasted
We
there's
all
a
have
really
of
to.
our
great-
We
space
haven't
and
managed
too
that.
many
That's
people.
something that we would have had to set up beforehand, and we've already gotten past that point. So now we just need to be like, fuck it. We need to go into space. We need to do something.
I think this is ridiculous, personally. And second, like, there's a really great quote from Linkola. I don't know if you guys know who Linkola is, the Finnish like deep ecologist guy. But he has something in the lines of like, when you look at like the rhetoric of like environmental change and like how we've destroyed the environment, when people say like once you think of like the horrific consequences of what you suggest, like we have to kill all these people, and the metaphor he uses that like let's say like you're on a lifeboat and people are drowning in the water around you, like literally hundreds of them all trying to climb onto your lifeboat, but as soon as more climb on, the lifeboat's going to sink because it
Is
can't
this
hold
an
all the people.
Omni-Man situation
Hold
where
on.
just
I
like
have a
best
question.
So let me-
I have a
let me
the
say-
strongest win, and that's who you
So
build
no,
society
that's,
with?
That's not what his argument is. The argument is that if you're on the boat and you see these people trying to get on and sink the boat, it is your moral imperative to take an axe and chop off the hands as they try to
Oh
get
my!
on.
It's just Omni-Man. That's
Oh,
literally
okay,
just
listen-
Omni-Man mentality.
just
No,
listen for a
the
second.
difference between that and Omni-Man is the fact that he's saying chop off any arms that try to get on here, not letting the strongest live. Just
Yeah,
letting
it's
who was
not like
already
a
on
let the
it.
strong survive
There's a
at all.
difference.
I have a
That's
question.
not
I have
the
a
argument at
question.
all.
Shoot, Dreams.
What's better, killing all those people or forcibly eugenicizing them with fucking using genetic fucking with them with a vaccine to sterilize the whole country, the whole planet?
I mean, I
What
don't
would
think
be
you really need
better?
to do either. I think you can just be like, it's
What would be
illegal to
better?
have more than 2 kids. It's really like not that
You're
hard.
taking, but by force, instead of killing them all, you're sterilizing the population. One has to be done.
Where
Which
are we
one's
gonna
the
get all
better
that food,
choice?
man?
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Have
If
you
you-
seen Soylent Green?
If you still want to like, keep eating your steaks and shit, you're probably gonna have to move to the fucking moon and become like
you
a
seen-
space landlord. Like
Have you
that'll
seen
be
the
your
Soylent Green?
income.
Farm.
I mean, I think that humans have survived for thousands of years farming, and I think that we can probably figure out how to keep doing it as long as we don't overpopulate the earth.
I think it's the fucking Fermi paradox where eventually we're just gonna destroy ourselves before we can even reach that point. You
Hey,
know,
but
that's-
until we get to that point, might as well be here and have a good time.
Oh,
Look, I'm here
speaking of
for-
which, Dreams,
here for
pull
good
up
time,
that
not
thing
alone.
about the tube
No,
in
we watched
space.
this.
Pull up the tube in
Oh, the-
space.
Tell everybody.
Tube in space.
Listen to me, Hatcher.
Alright.
You gotta
They're
tell
eating
'em
people.
Silent Breed is people. We gotta stop them. Stop 'em.
It's from a movie with Charlton Heston called Soylent Green, in the future where food has become so exhausted that they're literally giving everyone little crackers called Soylent
What you call
Green.
me?
Okay. Anyway, so eventually he finds out that there's a conspiracy that they've actually run out of food a long time ago, and they're just like literally recycling all the old dead people and turning them into crackers and feeding everybody. And that's the last scene of the movie, is he's being dragged out of the building after he's seen the guy who knew the truth just got murdered, and he's trying to tell everyone that Silent Green is people. And then that's how the movie ends, because 80s movies had to end in a weird, spectacular, like,
random sudden.
Because they had to end making you think at the end. Because heaven forbid you fully tell a
Man,
story.
we
from the
truly
beginning
do
to the
live in a
end.
society. Oh man.
So wait,
What was
what
the
was that
point
you
of
wanted
that?
me to fucking pull up again?
Oh, just the tube. You know, the tube in
Tube in
space.
space.
That
Oh.
we don't know about the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was on Joe Rogan. What's it called
Oh,
again?
well, that's what you know it's
Uma-
good.
Oumuamua. Yeah. Oumuamua.
Change.
So
window.
basically, yeah, they found this like cylindrical tube floating through space that came through our solar system that wasn't made from us, that held the same like visible like shape and the way it reflected light as if like it was a rocket booster, like that they use to like get rockets into space and how they like float and flip around in space.
Right.
And they were like, it's moving like it's a comet, like it's ejecting, but there is no ice coming off of it. So they didn't understand like why it's moving at a certain speed away from like shit. It's like, and it came from another solar system. Like they have no idea it's outside of our solar system, but they think, well, the one guy thinks that it's a fucking rocket booster from an alien ship or something. But it's just interesting. It just flew by. We only had a month to look at it, and it's gone. And the scientific community is like, whatever.
I mean, that's the whole thing, right? Like the one thing you could probably never find in Mother Nature is a straight line. Like whenever
That's
you
actually wrong.
or like I
Bismuth.
remember hearing something about that. I think it was like
That-
I
that-
believe it
you're
was
right.
due to art.
You're talking about like in nature is in trees and rocks. But
Yeah.
we have this stuff called bismuth.
We have this stuff called bismuth. Don't know if you've
Yeah.
ever heard of it.
Yeah,
It's a rock.
but it's the same idea
It
of.
literally makes squares.
But you
all
know what I'm
day
getting
long.
at. You know what I'm
Bismuth is
getting at,
pretty
though,
cool.
right? It's like it's very. I'll say it.
It's
Uncommon.
extremely,
It's extremely
rare.
rare in nature to see a straight line. So I guess to see a tube in space that looks almost like a line.
Well, like out of all of the astral objects that they've observed, never has it been 10 times its length as its width. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
What's up?
Oh shit. Hold on. Like move over like put your hand under the table. Like underneath. Okay, never mind. I thought your model was clipping like it was rendering over everything else. I could see on the
Nah,
screen.
his knee was popping out the mouse pad, but no, he's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit. Did you guys see that that person who like transitioned to become Korean?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh.
This is also another one called pyrite. That
Oh
found
yeah,
cube.
yeah, pyrite's awesome.
Just a pure
Just
straight
Just
cube.
makes cubes. Just literally
perfect
makes
like dimensional perfect cube. It's just like nature.
yeah.
Weird.
Straight out of a rock. Yeah.
Yeah, where's that
I gotta find that image now.
what of the Korean
No. There was another one like that where a woman said that she had transitioned to a Japanese woman, which she clearly wasn't. But she dyed her hair, she dyed her skin tone to where she just looked like Skeeter from Doug. I think it's Skeeter I'm thinking of. Who was the green character from Doug? That's Skeeter, isn't
Doug.
it?
I hated that show, man. I hated that show.
You guys gonna play the new Nick Smash?
Oh yeah!
Have you seen all the memes of like the janky
Yes,
hitboxes and
I
oh
love
my
it.
god, it's
Oh,
so awesome.
Have you seen the trailer jokes? Like, black screen, door swings open, a silhouette walks out. It's Josh. Guess I found the door hole. And it's just like.
Oh shit. I
They
just
should put Dan Schneider in that game.
that Twitter artist I
Oh,
commissioned
he has
just,
only kicks, no punches.
just got back to me with
Yo, I want to see Gibby in Nicktoons All-Star Brawl.
Hold up. Let me see something real quick here. Wait, escape. Preview.
I like the fact to have a Rugrats representation, they had to choose Reptar because heaven forbid they have any like toddlers get the hell beat out of them.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's killer. All right. Well,
That
I'll
game's
just.
also made by the. I don't know if you guys know what Slap City is, but
Yeah,
it's made by the Slap City developers. It's gonna be really good, probably.
because
Actually,
like Slap City was that free to play.
it's not free to play.
Was it not?
No, you're
Oh,
thinking.
not
You might be
Slap
thinking of. You might be thinking of Brawlhalla.
That's it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of.
Brawlhalla was fun.
Slap City is the
Um,
one with Fishboon Jin, like the fucking like muscular like fish guy.
Yeah.
That game's actually really fun. The hits, the mechanics are really good, and it has the Nick one's gonna have rollback too apparently, so that'll be nice.
I can't believe Nickelodeon is gonna have a better net code than any Nintendo game in current year.
I mean, I can. I'll be honest with you. That's pretty believable.
Hey Dreams, check out that art I just sent you. That just live on stream. The Twitter artist I commissioned finished the work. That's pretty cool.
This is just.
Dude, I wonder if that Twitter schizo's ever gonna finish my painting, bro.
I forgot. Holy shit. Okay, hold on.
They were like homeless for a while, and then like I don't know, they might be dying apparently.
That
But
what?
they said
Hey,
they
I know
want to
you're.
finish it
Hey,
before
I
they
know you're in
die.
your last leg of life, but like, you got my drawing finished.
Well, I mean, they said they want to finish it before they die or something like
Yeah,
that.
show
So it'd be
the-
cool to have this like.
It's a weird way to put it.
Check
Yeah,
that
I mean,
out.
I don't know.
If you want to follow them, their tag is AIU404L on Twitter.
IU.
IU. It's they're pretty cool. They do some like
All right,
nice
you guys
anime
talk
art.
about some shit. I'm going to the washroom.
You're going to the washroom?
Fuck! I'm gonna piss myself.
Who says the washroom?
A Canadian.
Oh God!
Fucking
Yikes!
know your lingo. We call
They
it
could-
pop and washroom.
All right.
You wanna
Well,
go
And
Timmy's,
I
bro?
lost
Wanna
the
go-
hockey match.
Want to go to Timmy's, bro?
Gosh.
that and let's see here. Fuck. I hate how
No wonder Dreams didn't care about wanting to talk about sports. He was afraid we are going to talk about hockey.
talk about hockey while he's gone.
Well, no, we'll bring it up to his face, and I want to see his reaction.
Oh, did you see
Because you heard about that, right? Like after a Canadian hockey team lost like some big match or whatever, they just went riots in the streets, like how England did after Italy won.
Oh man.
It was bad.
Did you see that the N-word was trending on Twitter after England lost?
I actually sadly slept through the entirety of the soccer match, and so I completely missed the whole thing in real time. But after seeing those penalty kicks, I couldn't believe my eyes. You really, really had to screw up that bad, because one of the penalty kicks for England, like, he absolutely faked out the keeper. The keeper was nowhere near the ball, and he just kissed the post. He kicked it and it hit the post and went the other direction from the keeper, by the way. Like, the keeper went right, he kicked left, and it just hit the post and walked off.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
just-
know anything about soccer. Soccer. I don't know anything about soccer.
Yeah, I'll keep calling it soccer, I don't care. Look, there's already a target on my back one way or another, and this, like, mini fame, whatever, pales in comparison. Nah, this ain't gonna do anything.
What I find especially funny is how like there are articles already about painting like Italy's win as like a victory for racism because they're the only team that didn't have black people on it.
Oh my god.
Or so
What do you
I'm
mean?
not kidding about that. Like there's
What do you
some.
mean? Italians
Well,
are
I mean, and yeah, personally, I don't understand that because everyone knows that Italians aren't white, especially
There it is.
Sicilians. So
Hey, so, hey, Dreams.
You just immediately see him get back and start asking him questions.
Yeah, hey, Dreams, buddy.
What's up? What?
What were your thoughts about the hockey match?
The hockey match.
Do you
What are
not
you
know what
talking-
happened?
I knew about the football game.
Yeah, but did you know about what happened with the hockey match where there was riots in Canada because their team lost?
No. I don't watch sports.
All right, well, so much for getting
Okay.
that flame engulfed.
the only thing I know about hockey is there's like some coach that had like 5 rules written because of him because he would like cheat essentially and like there was the one I remember that cracked me up is how like there used to not be a rule about like how you had to leave the court when you like switched out a player. So what he did is he would like get his goalkeeper and like switch them out over and over again but he would have them like leave their stick like in front of the goal and then just like piled them up until there was like no way that you could shoot through the goal.
That's okay. That is
Yeah.
him playing the game.
That's like awesome.
smart.
That's like fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Dreams,
honestly.
play this video on stream.
Oh, here we go. What could possibly go wrong here?
Poor conspiracy. Just like tune into the stream so you can hear it.
How do I do that?
Just go to Dreams' stream on Discord, and
I
where
got-
it says
oh, what?
live, and
Oh,
Okay,
that's a
I have
picture.
my desktop open.
That's
through,
a
like,
that's an image of a
TeamViewer.
man.
you gotta click on the video.
Loading.
Here we go. Oh yes, I've seen this. I've seen this.
It's so good.
We're ranking the best and
ranking
worst
the
races
best and
around the
worst
world.
Races from around the world, and putting them into a tier list. Now these next two races I can barely tell apart, so we're just going to lump them together. Don't tell me about they have different histories and cultures. I really don't care. They're the same. The Henry
Here we go.
Ford Phelps Systems 200 and the Vet Med Company World 200 are the same race. They might as well be D. T.
Oh my god. I didn't
got-
get
dude.
what the fuck it is.
Including the
Everyone and their
two.
mother was sweating
these
buckets
next two races
about that,
I
and then they saw that and they just like,
Oh, God.
NASCAR. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Oh,
We're good. We're good.
it's that race. Okay.
Okay,
Whew,
cool.
whew, thank God. Like I was the first time I watched it, I was really prepared. I was like, all right, this is just one of those videos I see.
He's well aware. He's well
Yeah.
aware of what he's doing.
Yeah.
because he builds it up for so much.
I can hear the comments already about the cultural and historical differences. I don't care. They're the same race. The Daytona 500 and the Henry Ford. Oh.
If you guys had to like draft races into your team, like what would your second pick be? Obviously, everyone's choosing white for the first, just because like in terms of stats, like we're just so
Okay,
much-
here's
we're
the
ju-
thing. Here's the thing.
Mm-mm.
White people have absolutely no race loyalty. Like there are like you know how they're like a black person, when they see another black person in danger, they're just like, I'm going to involve myself in this situation even though I have no clue who this person is. Like
Sure.
white people, it's just like fuck you, and they'll get out their phone and record you, whatever. There's no white loyalty. So you would
Yeah, we'll
definitely
watch
want a
a
race that
kidnapping.
has
White
race
people
loyalty.
will watch a kidnapping happen in real time and
You-
be like, somebody better do something about that.
You know what? I will say the Koreans. The Koreans would be my set. The roof Koreans are based. They are so based, and most definitely they would be my my second.
Quite literally the epitome of fuck around and find out.
Dude, like, do you know about the roof Koreans conspiracy? You know.
Yeah,
about
do you
it,
know
I
right?
about
know,
that?
of course, I know about roof Koreans. Like
Okay.
what?
Okay.
I'm just making sure, because that oh, it's so good. Oh man, my XS overlay is dying. It's like 3 FPS. Incredible. Just wants me. What if I restart it?
So
I wonder if our audience even knows what North Koreans are.
So what- what are,
we talk about something and we ask them to confirm if we all know what it is, but like you know that there's an audience
All
listening.
right, pull
to
up a
us
video.
sometime.
Pull up a video of the roof
Exactly
I
Koreans.
mean,
what
it's
I'm
really, I
saying.
mean,
Wha-
it's not that hard to
Bree,
describe.
you
A
gotta-
during the Rodney King LA riots, a bunch
Yeah.
of Koreans went on their roofs with guns of their stores. I mean,
Hold on, don't play it
Because-
just yet. I gotta restart XS overlay. It's
The
being
reason being
really-
was that
I can't even see what I'm typing.
in the
'cause I
LA
have a
riots,
headset
a
on.
bunch of Korean stores were robbed and thieved, and so Koreans, obviously, they all have a form of conscription, and they were all first-generation immigrants. So when they moved to the U.S. and still had their military training, they said, "All right, yeah, I'll go to my local gun store, take the gun, and defend my home as God intended."
The most famous footage of it is this guy right here. He
Yeah, that's him.
he owned a gun store, and
Yeah.
his family friend or whatever down the road who owned a convenience store was like, we need help, and he just grabbed a bunch of guns and they went
and
there.
went to
and there's
work.
footage of
Yeah.
him in the middle of the street just unloading a pistol at a bunch of people.
Oh
like,
yeah, like no, he's like not even behind cover. He's just
Not
like
even-
holding
Yeah,
it
he's just
running.
out in the open, just open firing on anyone who drives by. It's so based, man.
just dang. That was them saying, "Man, I love America, where I could get to defend my home as intended."
Okay, I do not know which task XS overlay is, so I'm just going to live without it and just
All right.
This shit right here.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Let's mute that for
Yeah, there he
copyright
is.
claim.
Yeah, there he is. Oh my god.
On
What
the
a guy.
open, no, not behind cover. Has his gun out, ready to go.
It's so awesome, man.
God, look at those glasses, man.
Boom, boom, boom.
Cue the death metal music, the doom music
Yeah.
right here. Like,
This guy
When the
was
doom
ready to
music
kill
kicks in.
someone, man. He was prepared. And like, have you seen the interview they did with that guy?
he
I
wasn't
have
actually
not.
aiming to kill.
Yeah,
he was just
just
trying to get them to go
Yeah.
away. Like he was.
Well,
I mean,
shooting
that's what you tell the police, man. I doubt that shit. Like,
Well, yeah, no.
Look,
We
anyone
will never
who's
know.
ever like shot a gun and has taken any kind of like class, like, will know that you don't shoot to like wound, you shoot to kill,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
because like you can't get.
Why don't
sued
they
if
shoot them in the foot? Why didn't the police officer shoot them in the foot?
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
Because
I
there's
don't know,
lots
man.
of
This
arteries
is
in the
fucking-
foot,
a
and he'll
fucking
bleed out
crazy guy on-
anyway.
Fucking guy on bath salts was fucking running at me with a knife. I didn't really have time.
Listen,
Fucking
if you use a
dipshit.
gun, you can't choose a body part to shoot somebody that's a better place to shoot somebody. A
The
bullet-
chest is the big. They teach you to aim for the chest because it's the biggest,
well,
area.
even if
the
you hit,
surface
if you
area.
say like you don't want to kill him, so shoot him in the leg. There's a lot of main arteries in the leg, and there's a high chance you'll hit one, and he's gonna bleed out anyway. Like
Yeah.
in the
That's
shoulder,
possible
there's a
places like
huge
the shoulder,
artery.
actually. Yeah.
Actually, no, the shoulder's the worst. There's a huge artery that goes up into the neck. That's the
Well-
movie
Well,
shit.
dang, Dreams, where should I
The
shoot?
only place you need to get shot is in your ear, like when it clips through your ear, or it skins your ass, or it's a flesh wound, grazing. That's the only time you ever want, or get shot in the back. You'll be paralyzed, but you'll live. Your spine will take the bullet, but
Yeah, let me
a
just
lot
pull
of
it
people that
backwards and get
survive,
paralyzed
a
from
lot
the
of people
waist
that
down.
survive gunshots, it's from the back because their back has so much bone that it just stops the round from like killing them going into their.
Where's the
vital
video of
organs.
that guy who's like getting tased and he just starts pulling the prongs out and is like, "I'm coming for you!" Like
No,
just
there's that,
in a-
that one video. The guy like he's standing there. I'll get you, bitch.
Yeah, I'll
He's
get
just-
you, bitch.
It's just hazing him in the chest, and he just looks at it like, really?
He could not care about your taser.
That's what drugs, man. That's
Yeah,
drugs.
That's PCP.
Like,
Like,
you can't
just
feel-
no pain.
Yeah, you can't feel less than lethal when you're on PCP.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Have you ever been tased, Pixel?
No.
Would you like to?
I have.
Do you have a
been
taser?
close.
I could get one.
Like, okay, a taser gun or just like one of those handheld tasers that women carry?
Yeah,
Oh,
That's a
hold on.
stun gun.
Okay, here it
That's a
is.
stun gun.
Play that again. Play that again.
I'll get you, bitch.
Well, he's not even that far away from him. He'll straight. I'll get you, bitch.
I'll get you. Oh my god. It's
Doesn't
so
even
great.
drop.
Straight up
The-
point with the
It
cigarette
didn't
in
phase him at
hand.
all. Did he flinch at all?
Not at all, dude. Like, look.
It might not have worked properly.
Yeah, that
mean-
that
Yeah,
you know,
no, if the
usually
one
they'll say like
connector
bad
might have hit his
contact
shirt.
or whatever.
I mean,
Yeah,
I-
because like
I-
tasers have to get like it's an electrical current, so you have to get both both ends
Yeah.
in
Both of
properly, or it
This
doesn't
one
work.
might have went into the baggy part of his shirt right here. Yeah.
I mean,
it didn't.
yeah. I mean that it's not that the taser didn't malfunction. No, that thing is absolutely producing electricity. You can hear it.
Yeah,
But
It didn't make it
but it's
ground.
not. It's just not grounded, right, or something.
yeah. I have no idea, but it's still just like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. God
Yeah,
damn!
but,
Why does everything have to break? You know, just excess over. It's like 3 FPS.
Flashback to the beginning of the stream where he said there was no problems.
There, dude, my internet has dropped out like 3 times. I'm like, I'll just cut it out. You know, just cut out the. It was funny because it dropped out whenever we started talking about things that we shouldn't be talking about on here. So it's kind of convenient that I can just cut cut that out.
Right.
What are some of the other mentally ill topics that I had lined up?
Shroom Jack. Let's talk about Shroom Jack.
No, man,
What's
I
going
don't.
on
I
with the
don't want to
mustache?
talk about.
I mean, I understand your schizopixel, and Shroom Jack emits a heavy negative aura to someone like you, but
Are you calling me schizo of all people?
yes.
You made your own podcast and claimed yourself as a mini celebrity. Yeah, I could see why.
What are you talking about? I'm a niche internet micro celebrity. I totally have friends, man. Oh.
Follow me on Twitter.
Follow me on follow the bucket list on Twitter, bucket list VR. You know, just what are you pulling up, Dreams? What do
I don't
you
know, but
got?
it's something you got in that list.
Oh yeah, is it? Oh yeah, it's they're
Oh, the
saying that
trigger warning.
they're saying that the phrase trigger warning is triggering, and that they should instead say.
I remember that being a joke. I remember telling friends about that. Haha, trigger warnings, trigger warning.
Brandis
Like,
University.
back in school.
I know that.
and
I know the
now-
conspiracy.
Yeah, that's like from like
hates-
2015. Like, oh my god, epic SJW.
Yeah,
Kinda
yeah,
joke.
exactly.
I know the
This is
conspiracy hates
legit,
Shu, but
Like
it's,
1984, right here.
killing it. Great job. Awesome.
No, this is 1984.
Yeah,
Me, like the I don't know, man. This kind of reminds me of like the guy, like the comic of like the boomer pulling back the calendar, bro. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was thinking. The
like who
1984.
fucking cares, bro? Like
So
no one
there's-
actually takes this shit seriously.
The one that really sticks out to me that is like, what are you talking about? Was Picnic. Picnic was I'm like, huh?
The term picnic is often associated with lynchings of black people in the United States, during which white spectators were said to have watched while eating, referring to them as picnics or other terms involving
This is some
racial
buck
slurs
breaking
against
shit.
black
This
people.
is some absolute buck breaking shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, a picnic is an activity that people go outside to go eat. That's what it's been known as. No one immediately thinks, picnic. Oh,
And
right. Remember lynching?
Language
And I'm
changes, like the
no.
meaning changes. Like eeny, meeny, miny,
Yeah.
mo used to be like really, really terrible, but it's not, and it's not something that we need to like back up on. And
Agatha Christie's, masterpiece, and then there were none.
I have not read that. No.
Have you heard of it though?
Yeah.
And then there were none.
It's the one where the Toho song, the Un-Owen was her, gets its name from.
Okay.
You should Google the original name of that book, the one when it was released under.
Oh, well,
What's that? What do I Google?
And then there were none. Original title.
And
oh
Okay.
god, I feel like this is about to be a hey, the
Or
dinosaur with the huge amount
none.
of teeth was called.
wait, I'm not even typing. Awesome.
Just H.P. Lovecraft's cat.
Here we go.
Filled it with vice and a semi-human figure.
I love poetry.
Oh, shut up, man.
I can't even type with this headset on. Oh my god. And then there were none. What am I looking for exactly?
Oh, okay. I see it. Yep.
Yay.
Yep.
What did I do? I didn't
No,
even
you're
see
fine.
it.
Hey,
I don't
no,
want
you're
to
fine.
see it.
You're fine, you're fine.
You're good.
We're-
I understand
Okay.
now.
All right.
I mean,
why
that
why
used
are we
to be a
going down
nursery
these
rhyme.
roads?
That
You
used to
look-
be a nursery rhyme, and that's actually a major plot point in the book. Is like the nursery rhyme.
Yeah, all right.
I just
Conspiracy? Why?
Hey, I just want to mention I haven't done nothing wrong. Wait, no, never
Next
mind.
thing
Take
you
that
know,
back.
next you're gonna ask me to Google fucking Lolita on the fucking Penguin book publishing website, and then I'm gonna get us marked by the NSA.
Implying you're not already marked for something.
No, I'm
This
just saying
podcast is
that's a
marked
thing.
already,
That's a
man.
thing.
It's-
Do not go to the Penguin Book Publishing Company and look for that book, or you will get marked. Your computer will be marked.
Huh. All right, noted.
Did you
Oh, interesting. That book was also on Kim Kardashian's coffee table while she took a selfie. But that's another story for another
That's bullshit, but I believe it.
Oh, did you see that Amazon has like this algorithm that just fires people automatically? Like
Yeah, I was like, "What are you talking?" Like the fact is that in that interview that you linked, it was like the designer was just like, "Yeah, this is gonna ruin a lot of people's lives, but we're trying to ruin the least amount."
They said like, we know that shit's gonna hit the fan. It's just a matter of how bad it's gonna spread. You know, like just.
Amazon can literally do anything, and they know people won't care enough, which means why this algorithm exists.
It's like the Amazon Zen Scream box, you know, that they have that you can go into and like cry.
Yeah, the wage
Having-
page.
Yeah.
It's unironically the wage
Did
cage.
you see that, like, they had a sign outside of that cage that said, like, please stop crying before returning to work?
Oh no.
Like,
Yeah.
this is how, like, I don't mean to make the podcast about this if I do, but like, you absolutely know that a woman came up with the idea for the fucking Zen meditation room. There is zero
did.
chance that a
She
man
did.
had that idea.
Do you have a single snack to back up that fact?
I mean, you just know,
Yes,
bro.
actually, the person who invented it was I can credit that. That is
Oh, is that true? I was
Yes,
just
that is-
guessing, but,
no,
like-
that is actually true. It
I mean,
was a
like, because
woman
like
who designed that.
only a woman would be like a middle class like white woman would be so like out of touch to think that like what these like poor like fucking Amazon wages who like piss in bottles all day and like stand on their feet for 12 hours they need is a fucking room to like go Zen meditating. That's what they need. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
All I know is if you work at a place and in the break room there's a sign that says employees do not discuss their pay, burn that building down.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, employers don't want you to talk about that. That's why you should always talk about it, actually, with your coworkers.
yeah, you should be like, how much do you get paid? But yeah, I just another reason I'm so excited for this rocket to happen. I'm really banking on
Jeffrey Bezos.
Jeffrey
challenging too.
Bezos.
Dude, that would be spectacular. Just watching the world's most like wealthy, spoiled child just go up in the air and then just go poof in front of the whole world. Just like ha ha. What a
Okay,
story.
just to be clear, I am not advocating for Jeff Bezos' death
No,
in any
not at all.
capacity. I am just saying it will be entertaining to watch if it does happen to happen on live
like
television.
I feel like as much as
I
that's
am.
nice, it would be. However, you have to think about your little space, hobby you have over there, about how much of SpaceX would get put on hold simply because one man decided, you know what? I'm so rich and white or whatever, I'm gonna get a rocket and go to the moon or go to space, and then he died.
Oh, conspiracy. Speaking of women, I saw this post and it
Women.
was like, it was on r/like suicidal thoughts or something, and it was like this
Mhm.
woman who said like my boyfriend is mad at me and I'm upset, and then right under it was a guy like my life is in shambles, I'm going to slit my throat tonight, this is the last time you'll ever talk to me. So it's like, just the polarity between the two.
I mean, yeah, like, dude, you don't want to get. Let's change the subject. Bro. I don't want to be I don't want to come on the podcast for the first time and turn it into every conversation I ever have with people, which is about how terrible women are. Okay, let's just fucking move on.
Jeez, I need to slide this chair a little over.
I will say that conspiracy looks exactly like I thought he would. Just a woman hater, like exactly what I thought he would look like.
Like your stereotypical man from New Jersey who's got like a tank top on and
No,
gold chain,
no,
like not
like
caring.
No, I look like a
racist
huge
femme.
honestly.
Yeah, like racist
Like I'm a total
femboy.
femboy. Yeah.
Oh, like that one character from Knives Out that is like. Do you know who I'm talking about? Have you seen that film?
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
He's like in the bathroom or whatever doing.
I can't believe they added that. That was
That's what conspiracy is. That's who he is.
just
Is he
dressed
that-
like. Well, he wore anime merch, like schizo
No, hold
anime
on.
merch.
It wasn't anime merch. It was from like an independent artist fashion label.
Okay.
I got it shipped from Japan itself, from like the artists themselves.
Fair enough.
You wore a.
I don't wear merch, but I do have a lot of like I recently just they just arrived. I bought a bunch of like actual paintings from like a Japanese gallery during their sale, and they just arrived. So so I do stuff like that, but I'm not like an anime merch guy. I'm not that cringe.
So then, Pixel, what were your thoughts when you got to see my dumbass?
I mean, honestly, you kind of look at Oklahoma. I've met everyone in Oklahoma. I know how. Yeah, it was pretty expected. I pulled up and you walked out, and I'm like, yeah, that's him.
That's him. Looks like he's lived here all his life.
I'm I'm like,
me
yep,
out.
that is a guy
out.
who goes
out.
to college in Oklahoma. Yep.
Get me out.
Oh shit. Yeah, it was
Just-
funny. Both of you I met on like just like messaged
On
the day
whim.
before and was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
is this gonna happen?" I actually messaged you like, and I was like, "Do you want to meet in 40 minutes?"
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not really doing anything. Like, I guess.
You messaged me, or not you specifically. Who messaged me while I was like in the shower doing something, and I see my phone, and I'm just like, oh god, what's this? And then I hear your end guy added included. I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, I'll take the bullet to see one guy in exchange having to deal with another. Sure, I'm literally in the middle of my finals week, but sure, I should be taking exams and studying. No, I'll just goof around for a day. What's the difference gonna make?
By the way,
you literally could not have picked a worse time to come visit me, but at the same time, I had a blast.
I will say I did not realize just how many dispensaries are in Oklahoma. Like,
Dude,
I went
they're
to middle of
everywhere.
nowhere and they were just block after block. They were just right next to each other, like CVS and Walgreens. Just
You have to play the game of, is it a church or is it a dispensary? Because they're literally everywhere on both ends. I think the funny part is all the names that the dispensaries game.
yes,
name,
it's
'cause
so
you've seen them.
funny. Yeah,
Like, there's one that's just called like Toklahoma or Cannabless or like
they're so
dumb
bad.
names.
But the
They're
thing is,
all-
honestly, is dispensaries are like free money right now because
True.
it's just I don't know because drugs have an inelastic demand, so no matter what, people will always want marijuana. So if you start a dispensary, it's very likely that you will succeed if you set it up correctly. Which is why, if psilocybin mushrooms ever become legal in the South, I will be the first one to open a dispensary for
Oh
mushrooms.
boy, here we go.
Dude, it's free money, man. It is free money. I know some people, they live in a nice neighborhood and they own a dispensary. Like, they have a nice house.
I can't say I'd ever get into it, mostly because I don't know any better. But I feel like if I knew what I was doing, and I would be more of, you know, the whole dealer mentality of don't take your own products or whatever.
Yeah, that's...
Then yeah, I probably could do it.
I would never own a dispensary because weed is cringe, and I would never be cringe.
How many
so-
levels of hypocrisy are you on right now?
What is that? Are you calling me cringe?
I asked you a question.
I mean, what do you mean by levels of hypocrisy?
Like, are you actually someone who has partaken in the Mary Jane, or are you just like?
No,
I
I mean,
gotta
I used to
piss.
smoke. I
I'll
smoked
be
weed
back.
like back in the day. Like I smoked weed a lot in middle school, actually, which people think is really funny.
Yeah, go for it. We're gonna keep going.
But yeah, but then like, I mean, I don't know, like weed is the whole culture around it is so fucking cringe, and the drug itself is really lame. Like everyone's like, oh, I mean, there's so many successful people that smoke weed, but like in reality, like everyone I know who smokes weed like has no ambition. They're all fucking losers, and like that's what weed
People
does to you, bro.
shouldn't
It's
be
fucking
taking
cringe, bro.
drugs to be successful. That's just that's.
I mean,
not
I
what we
personally
think.
haven't ever had any, whether it's edibles, actual.
Oh, I mean,
like,
it's
fucking
overrated.
burn.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
it's really not that interesting.
Anything that intoxicates you shouldn't make you successful. Like that's just.
I would like to show you
counterintuitive.
distilleries and tell you to get checkmate.
Distillery. What do you mean?
Like bars and people that make alcohol.
Well, yeah, no, you're talking about making and selling alcohol. I'm saying, but getting drunk and then thinking that you're gonna be good smarter. Like, how does that work?
Oh, well, making you smarter.
I know
Absolutely
some
not.
people who like claim they're like self-medicating
But people that
for
smoke
anxiety and shit on that.
weed
I'm
are
like-
usually unsuccessful because marijuana has a reputation of making people lazy and forgetful.
Which
I'm
is
lazy
true.
and forgetful
It
anyway.
is
The last
absolutely
thing
true.
is the last thing I need is some of that.
I'm
And
thinking
just
about
all
getting
the
a
culture
motorcycle.
around it, like the fucking like the bro like stoner culture. is
No,
just
the
so
people
fucking-
that people
We'll
that
get to
smoke
it.
weed. Dude, I
We'll get
worked
to
at a
it.
marijuana facility. Okay, all I worked with was teenage stoner bros, and it was just unbearable. I don't like that whole. Like, you can smoke a plant and not behave like an asshole. Like, it's not hard.
You want
I
to tell
mean,
the
but you
story
don't-
of
This is
why
classic
why you
trait,
stopped
right? They're
working
like-
there?
Sorry, what?
You want to
You
tell
wanna
the
tell the
story of
story?
why you stopped working there?
Oh. Yeah. How much am I allowed to even tell legally?
why don't you take some time to learn where to X out some names and information, and while you do
no,
that,
I'm not. I'm just gonna say I sent an email to the wrong person for
oh,
some COVID. There was my company. The company was siding with some COVID cell phone app that was gonna
okay,
track and trace everywhere I go to see if I was, coming in contact with people with COVID. And I had to fill out a thing every Sunday morning. And I just was like, yo, you're not putting this Chinese spyware in my phone. It's gonna track and trace where I go. It's if I work here. And so I
right.
went to put it on my computer, and I failed at figuring out how to get it to work with my computer. So when I went on the website, I filled in the thing, and then the guy who, like, someone dude that worked there emails me, and he's like, "Yo, I saw that you tried to sign up on the website. Is there anything I can help you with?" And I said, "Yeah, you can take your fucking Chinese communist spy app and shove it right up your dick hole." And I just hit
All right.
send. And then 2 weeks later, I'm in the office. They're like, "Did you send an email to a representative that worked for the blah blah blah, blah company?" And I was like, "Ah, yeah, maybe." And then they slid the kid.
Possibly,
And
allegedly.
then I saw the email, and I'm like, "Yep, there's some colorful language in there." I'm not even gonna say what I really said because this
Yeah,
is
I'll let
live.
you.
But
I'll let
that's
you have that one to yourself.
Anyway, weed is for children, coke is for adults. Let's move on.
you. No,
I'm more of a Pepsi kind of guy.
no.
Oh
Adderall.
my god.
Dude, people don't do coke. People don't do coke anymore in this day and age. If you're doing coke, you're naive and you're dumb and you're like
Or
in
you're
an
Charlie
80s.
Sheen.
It sounds
You're
like
in
it
an
smells like
80s
broken here.
nostalgia.
That's what I'm
You're
hearing right now.
you're in an 80s nostalgia fever dream. Everyone who wants an upper does Adderall now.
I mean, you're not. I mean, I'm. It's a joke, bro.
I know. I'm just saying, street coke is death now. It's got fentanyl in it.
Speaking
and
of
you're just
jokes
gonna
and
die.
clowns, so anyway, Pixel, you said you wanted to get a motorcycle.
Yeah, I wanna get a sports bike. I don't know anything about motorcycles, but I have some friends who can
Get a
teach me to
250.
stuff.
Get not doesn't matter what kind, but get a 250cc. Don't buy anything higher earlier. At maximum 500cc, especially if you've never ridden a bike before.
Yeah, I just want something where, like, it's really appealing to me if I'm going like 130 miles an hour to just vaporize instantly if I hit something, like just the idea of just ceasing instantly. No, but bikes are cool. They're
Yeah, I want a bike. I'm probably gonna buy one here in a little bit. I'm saving up for a down payment though, so I can't really afford it.
I've never ridden a motorcycle, actually, now that I think about it. Like, I've never driven one. I've ridden on backs of ones multiple times, but I never truly owned one that I could ride myself.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever experienced like homophobia in real life was on a motorcycle, and I wasn't even doing anything actually really that gay, and it was really weird. I was riding bitch on my friend's motorcycle, and some guy
Okay.
like rolled up in his truck and like yelled at us because I was like, because you have to like grab his waist and stuff. I'm like, bro, like
Heaven
what?
forbid you don't have a good latch of yourself on a bike.
Yeah, and this was also like the most liberal town in my state, which made it like even weirder.
You just
Okay,
need
so
to
let
do a
me ask you this.
handstand on the back of your bike.
Let me ask
Yeah.
you this: were you taller than the driver in the motorcycle?
I didn't really get a good look at him. I just heard him.
How much
No,
taller
not the
are
guy.
you
Not the
than
guy
me?
who called you.
I forgot.
Not the guy who called you. But were you taller than the guy who was
Yeah,
driving
actually,
the
I
motorcycle?
was. I am, yeah.
That's okay. That's probably where I could see it coming. I'm trying to get in the head of the guy who called you out, and I can imagine if the guy writing "bitch" was taller than the actual driver himself. I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. But I mean, you're gonna be taller riding bitch anyway, generally, because like the seat's raised. So like, I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm like, it still wasn't making sense, but if I had to get behind some form of logic, I guess. Yeah.
Pixel, for you, since you're like an outdoors guy, I'd actually recommend an enduro bike. I think you would get a lot out of that.
Like something I could take on trails.
Enduro bikes are they're made to be hybrid trail street bikes without having to change the tires or anything.
Yeah, but I also want to go, like 120 sometimes on the highway.
They go fast.
Oh,
They go
yeah?
real fast. Yeah.
Hey, when you Paul Walker yourself with a motorcycle, can I have your one wheel?
Yeah, sure, man. You can most definitely have that. Yes, I have.
Recorded. It's recorded. It's on tape. I get the one wheel.
That'll be written into my will. FBC gets my one wheel. My poor mother has to take it all the way to Oklahoma and drop it off. God forbid.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine.
She shows up. She shows up at your house, and you're just like, "Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks for your
Mine,
dead
see you
son's
later.
one wheel."
Yo.
You know what? You know what is fucked up about America though? Is how like
Sure.
there's like I think it's only California that like has like lane splitting like legal 100% of the time, which is like one of the dumbest things I've like there's
Lane
no
splitting
reason
is so
for lane splitting
dangerous.
legal.
It's
What the
so
fuck?
dangerous.
Hold on. All right, I live in
For
a small town.
who?
I don't know what that
Lane
means. What is
splitting
lane
is basically where they're allowed to, like, if you're in heavy traffic, they're allowed to just drive between the lines, like to go up
Oh
to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's not. I've never seen that in person. I've seen it in videos, and I'm just thinking, how are people not dying?
It's
that
really
seems-
not that dangerous. Like I mean I was in California and I saw people do it all the time, and it's really
That's crazy.
Not that
That's
big of a
crazy to
deal.
me.
Please don't pull this up, man. I don't. Oh my god. Why did you? Why did...
this is so base. Can you send this to me?
Shrigma
Can you
males.
post this in the group chat?
Mycelium metal. Chili gaze, decomposer
it's-
house, jelly jungle, mushroom
It's so
Miami
sad.
bass.
It's so sad. Steve Jobs died of shrigma.
Did you see that there's a new Sigma variant of COVID?
Oh my
They
god.
call it the Sigma variant.
The grind set.
The grind set. Dude, I love those. They're so
Is
good.
Joe Biden a Sigma male?
The Gorillionaire grind set.
Holding my tongue on that opinion for later.
Is Joe Biden a Sigma male? Dude, I just get viscerally angry at Joe Biden every time I go fill
Joe
up my car
Biden.
with gas. Like
Joe Biden.
$3 a
If you could-
gallon.
if you
Holy
could
shit.
kill- If you could kill
Wake
Joe
up,
Biden,
Joe
what would
Biden,
you
wake
say?
up.
What would you say to him before you shoot him?
Lick my balls.
You want to touch my hairy legs?
I'd say, bye, Joden. And then just floats.
He's like, what? Or I'll say, which came first, ranch or Cool Ranch?
Shut up.
I have to be
That's so
quiet.
bad.
That's so bad. Ranch.
Oh. That's
Oh,
absolutely foul.
that is
Dehumanize yourself and face to bloodshed.
Yeah, dehumanize yourself and face the bloodshed. There,
Dude, I'm so sad Barkley 2's not coming out, bro. That's such a tragedy.
for Cool Ranch.
If you don't know, the guy who made the Dilbert cartoons was one of the writers, and for Charles Barkley showed up in Jam Gaiden and was supposed to be working on the second one.
huh.
Apparently now he is actually like a real developer. The guy who made the Dilbert 3 cartoon works on the Katana Zero.
What?
What?
Yeah, dead serious. He's like one of the head artists at Katana Zero. Yeah,
What? Dude, I
Yeah.
love that
Weird.
game.
yeah.
Weird.
Holy shit! What a
That's the
guy!
Rancher
What a
Cool Ranch guy.
legacy!
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Gotta agree.
Like that's the thing, honestly. Like when people like that don't live off of their, like the whole like I did the Dilbert thing. It's like they moved on and they made better things, and it's like holy shit that they can keep up that talent. Because there are some people who just live off of that. Do you know like the guy who sang Feliz Navidad? Like that's his income every single year. Like he
Oh,
lives
yeah.
perfectly fine off of that
Like,
song and
If
nothing
you wanna,
else.
if you wanna make money by just existing, make Christmas music, dude. Like that's
Michael
it.
Bublé.
Because
I
people
worked
have,
with a lady who told me Michael Bublé was poor, and I'm like, lady, I don't know what planet you live on. He's playing over the sound speaker right now. Do you really think that man has like less money? Like Michael Bublé's not that rich. It's like, oh my god.
I'm so
Christmas
sick of
music
hearing his voice.
everywhere.
I'm
Like,
so
are you
sick of it.
kidding?
Like anytime I hear his voice, I just get visceral rage. Like
the
when you-
veins go through your eyes. You just like
when you work
blood
in
coming out.
retail and then you start hearing Michael Bublé, you want to just start shooting customers, like firing into open crowds. Honestly, it's
The
Um,
the what is it? The other side of the coin of when the doom music kicks in.
I hate the Antichrist. I hate the Antichrist.
I feel
Just,
feel
I
like
hate
somebody
Michael
tried to clone Frank Sinatra and it just went horribly wrong, and that's what Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Why,
just trying
yes,
to
my
redo
favorite
it.
Christmas song is Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You." How could you tell?
That is the best Christmas song, though.
That is absolutely not the best Christmas song. So fucking sick of hearing that song.
No, the bet honestly, my
No,
favorite
Wonderful
like
Christmas Time by
Paul
Paul
McCartney.
the
That is a
best.
rancid song. I mean,
Yeah, dude, fuck the Beatles.
I will say this. No, man. Okay, I will say
Dude,
this.
he's not even Paul.
Yeah. Back in '66, man, the car crash it killed Paul McCartney.
Shut up.
Anyways, my favorite Christmas song is probably White Winter Hymnal by Fleet Foxes. Like it's a folky song and it feels like a log cabin. Like it's a really nice album in its entirety, but that song in particular is a pretty good Christmas song. It's not one that gets like played on the radio very often, but it's pretty good.
I personally like the Manuel I Want to Wish You a Merry Christmas Night of Fire remix that he made.
You like DMX's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Oh,
I do
I knew
not.
it was gonna get to this. I
But
knew it was gonna get to this.
have you guys heard
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
He's like slamming the desk
Yeah.
while he's doing it.
Have you guys heard the Yang Yang Twins Christmas album though? That's a fucking classic, bro.
No.
Yeah, they have like a full Christmas album, including like Deck the Club and like shit like that. It's fucking incredible, honestly.
I have shitty taste in music, and for me, the one Christmas album I will always be blasting when it's Christmas season is actually no, two things. I changed my mind. The first thing is the Payday 2 Christmas album that they did, which is always funny and hilarious to listen to. And then if I really want to actually purely enjoy Christmas, for me, it's listening to the whole soundtrack that was used for the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Because all part
I
of
can't
that
believe
is just,
they took they won't play the Charlie Brown Christmas special on public TV anymore. Like it's
was
behind a paywall.
outraged when I found out. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I still have I still listen to the album on Spotify, but I'm still just like, this blows. I want to be able to see Snoopy skating on the ice.
It's stuff like
with
that
Woodstock.
makes me realize that maybe the guy who bombed the AT&T Center in Tennessee like had a different motive, like maybe he was there was something deeper to that. Because let me say this. Why else would you park a van overnight and then like play for like hours on end for everyone to evacuate and then blow it up? Like you didn't want any casualties, but you did it right next to an AT&T like service center, and then all the phone lines go down, all the internet goes
You wanted
down.
to reset all the debt, just like in Fight Club.
God.
I honestly wonder, because nothing ever came of that. You ever notice how things like that just happen? And then no one ever thinks about it again.
What's the Bogdanov's endgame with the Juneteenth psyop? That's the
the
real question.
Bogdanov endgame?
Did you guys see they fucking posted about Bitcoin on Twitter?
Did
like,
they
publicly?
actually?
Yeah, they did. They asked if they should pump it or dump it on Twitter.
Don't be
Dude, what's their fucking end game, bro?
Don't
It's
be
like, what is their goal here?
Dude, I'm down with Dink Doink
Anyway, give me
Coin.
the
I'm
rundown.
down with Dink
Oh,
Doink
Give me the
no.
rundown.
Dude, Jake
Okay,
Paul's legit.
okay, so you guys know the
He
guy
didn't
who
make
made
the
the
coin. He didn't make the coin.
the guy who made all like the Bogdanov videos, like the Bizonacci guy.
What happened to
He
him?
made, like-
Did he
Yeah,
die?
yeah, yeah.
So people say that he's probably dead, and I think that that's probably true. The main reason people say this is because his donation account has had no activity
Yeah,
since his
for-
channel
for-
went down,
yeah.
and like
They haven't pulled any Bitcoin.
he has like
yeah.
a $100,000 in there now or something. He probably would have put it into a different wallet at the very
Huh.
least.
That's a
And
shame.
the
if that's
conspiracy
true. I like
theory
his
that
videos.
I like a lot of why he's gone is that in the Crab 17 Stage 2 video, in that video,
The
the
specific video.
Rothschilds bow to the Bogdanov knees, and so the Rothschilds killed him for displaying them submitting to another person.
Oh no.
Is that what it takes for them to come and kill you? Just to
Yeah.
depict the royal elite just bowing to just filth underneath their toes.
The day
Yeah.
Bizonacci comes back is the day crypto Bitcoin hits 100 grand. That's
Dude,
when
yeah. And the other thing is like, because crypto had that huge bull rush, like Bitcoin jumped like fucking like 30K overnight, and he was like silent, bro. Like, there's no way he wouldn't have made a video
Yeah.
if like he was still around.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or maybe, I just hope he like gave up on it and found a better, career path
He-
and
He got real.
yeah,
maybe.
he got real.
Get real.
My guess is that he
Get
just
real.
never told anyone he knew in real life about his like bizarre like meme channel, and so
Okay.
when he died, like no one was able to post.
There's
like,
another
a
channel just like that. Do you guys remember the
Brains
channel
for
Prince?
breakfast.
No, Prince of Zimbabwe. Do you remember who that
Yeah, I
channel
do remember
was?
Princess of Zimbabwe.
Do you know why he stopped making videos?
People kept uploading them on like Instagram and shit.
No. He stopped making videos because he went to go work on a film. He went to go work on a 4chan documentary. Have you seen it?
Which one is it? The incel doc?
What was the name of it? Oh gosh, it was on Amazon, I think. I'm gonna
The TFW no GF?
I think that was the one.
Yeah, the incel.
Or was
doc.
it the Pepe one?
Yeah, is it the Pepe doc or was it the incel doc?
Hold on, let me.
Yeah,
fact check
I
real
know
quick.
I know some of the people that are in the incel doc. Bro.
Yeah, no, it was that face with no that feel with no GF. That was that was where he was in. He stopped making videos on his YouTube channel because he got asked to go do animation bits for that documentary.
That's incredible.
Because he's credited in the credits. When I saw that name, I was like, that's where it is. That's where I've seen it. Because we had a giant watch party for this to all laugh at it. And there was like 40 people watching it. And when we got to it, when we got to sections of the documentary where they were showing animations that looked like Prince of Zimbabwe, like from his actual YouTube channel, I noticed that his watermark was gone because it's usually in every video he made. So when I didn't see the watermark, I was thinking, wait, where did they get the watermark off? And then he showed off in credits, and I was like, that's why he hasn't been uploading. Is because that guy actually got hired to go do that documentary that was just a mess.
I don't understand.
It was just laughing at us.
I don't understand what other people would get out of that movie because I either know personally all the people in that doc or like know of them on Twitter, and like the fact that like that they're in that is just so fucking funny to me.
Oh, did you actually know like half the cast or something?
I know Kyle, the one
Oh,
with
I'm not
the,
gonna remember names. There
he was the one with the cowboy hat. He sang "Heartaches by the Number" really bad.
Oh, he was the guy in Texas?
The guy in Texas, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
yeah,
it as the guy in Texas, the guy in New York, and then the two brothers or whatever living in Washington.
Yeah, the two brothers are the one. I know Charles, the one who was
Okay.
in there, and I know Drone Diary too, who is now trans apparently, by the way.
Oh, alright.
And then Kyle hates me because I was invited to something with him on VR chat actually, and
There we
he
go.
found out I was gay, and he's not a big fan of that, so he hates me.
Dang.
Yeah. So yeah.
When you said because I'm gay, all I thought was this horrible joke of, what do you mean? I'm not homophobic. Do I look scared of them?
I mean, true.
So the man in the truck was right when he yelled at you.
I mean, he was, yeah.
Dreams. Pixel, I'm willing to do a reshoot if I have to be on another one. Like,
No, I
this
can.
is
Listen, I had to sit. No. You don't understand because I had to
don't?
sit through 45 minutes of Mama Mad and find out where the N words were, so I could bleep them out and just know, which one was an N word and which one wasn't, and like when she was saying something that was horrible. So my mother came into the room and she just heard me just like listening to noise. And she was like, "What are you editing?" And I just took off the headphones and put it on her. And she was like, "What is this?"
You guys know Mama Mad is like in a
I
cult,
love this
by the
new
way.
generation of music.
Mama Mad is in a cult?
Yeah, they're like in like a real like big like Asian
Here we
cult
go.
or something.
Here we
and,
go.
And I was actually there. A good friend of mine actually told me that like they dropped the act when they expressed interest in the cult. They like dropped the act and like talked serious with them in like a real voice about like trying to get them to join the cult.
Interesting.
Yeah, just a little Mama Mad drama for you.
How intriguing. Now face the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's allowed
You're
to know
getting
that.
very sleepy. Very sleepy.
It's like that scene.
Oh my
in
god,
the
my
movie
dog
Hot
is fucking
Fuzz
freaking
when he
out.
starts to solve it, and they're like, "That's interesting. Yeah, who would do that?
How compelling.
A cult, you say? Uh-huh.
Did you see that that university that developed something that you put in your mouth, like they surgically insert in your mouth, and it makes it to where you can only drink liquids. So it's like it's a weight loss thing. So they're gonna make us drink bug smoothies and
Heaven forbid you just, get
Stop
healthy.
eating. Just
Look,
Yeah.
man. I mean, people have such low willpower that they think they need some shit like that, man.
what did Jordan Peterson say? Where he's like, some people just need to be told what to do. Like they just
I mean,
have
it's
to.
the man's cringe, but I mean that is true, bro. Like some people really just aren't meant for free will. You know, like-
There's a joke here somewhere.
Oh.
I'm sure of it.
Imagine
Dude,
becoming
if
an
we don't
accountant. Like
chew-
like
If we don't use
Yeah.
our teeth, if we don't chew meat and use our teeth or chew to break things down, then our teeth are just gonna like fall out inside our head.
that's what they
Like,
hope. That's what the
your
elites
gums-
want. They want us
the
to
gums
just
are
drink
just
bug
gonna
smoothies
atrophy.
and live in a pod.
And like, your gums are just gonna bleed. Like,
I'm not sure
anytime
how
they're
well that
exposed
university
to the
project's
air.
gonna do for the elderly, because I'm
Fuck.
pretty sure the elderly could just take out their dentures and be like, "Get fucked. I don't got it. I eat what I want."
Oh,
mean-
when was the last time there was a good university project? That's my question.
My mind's scanning for anything, and I got nothing. I got nothing.
Oh, we're approaching the
3-hour
I'm-
mark.
3-hour
I'm
mark
cooking.
almost.
I am cooking in this headset.
You're cooking.
Oh,
It
look,
is
man.
literally 30 degrees Celsius, and it's 10 o'clock at night.
Sorry, can you say that in real units?
I don't know the units.
Oh.
You're not getting the units.
Oh, a kilometer? Do you mean 0.63 miles?
Yeah. Sorry, I only speak the units of the people that went to the moon.
It is 273 degrees Kelvin.
But you don't
So,
believe
uh,
that the moon landing happened.
I didn't say that. I actually
no.
think the moon landing probably did
Yo.
happening. I really just don't care.
Bet your life on it.
Contradiction.
Um,
86 degrees. So he's cooking.
I
it.
mean,
It's like
I wouldn't
86
bet my
degrees.
life on it, but I think that it's. I mean, I think that they probably did. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I really don't care that much, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I think conspiracies like that are like the dumb kind of conspiracy,
Oh,
rather than
Because
stuff
it's
that,
like-
They went
rather
to
than
the
stuff
moon.
that's just like real, that like like COINTELPRO existed and like murdered and spied on Americans for like 50 years, and
Here's
no
the
one
thing.
talks
What if-
about it.
What if they went to the moon and they found some stuff that they couldn't show everybody? So then they would have to fake the footage and then hide the actual footage.
I mean,
Dun,
I don't know.
dun,
Here,
dun.
No,
here's
no,
my
no, no, no.
take.
The, here, the reason that they faked some of the footage is because of the radioactivity of the like film on the moon, and it wasn't usable, so they had to like redo it in a studio to make it look like, because we still had the Cold War going on, and we needed to prove to the Russians, and we couldn't do that with fucked up footage.
Yeah,
See,
and
the
that's
thing is, that
actually the
doesn't-
main
no, no,
reason I
listen,
think it's
it doesn't
probably
make
real, is
sense.
because I don't think that it would have been effective as a propaganda piece and as a Cold War like
Here's the
military
thing.
institution if it wasn't actually on the moon.
And the amount of
The
people
moon
that would have
landing
to keep silent is
broadcast
so
live.
Yeah,
astronomical.
it's so astronomical, and like the
Listen,
Soviets
the
would
moon
almost
landing
certainly
was
be able to
broadcast
independently
live.
verify whether or not like they were.
If the moon landing was broadcast live,
Broadcast
then-
live doesn't mean anything. You can cut
yeah,
to
but
a
that
studio.
means that they no, I know, but they would have to pre-record that footage before even
The footage
saying
is real. Some of the pictures are faked, is what I'm saying. They're like edited
What I'm saying,
and
but
whatever.
if they went to the moon and then they came back and the footage was destroyed, then how was it recorded live? Like, that is one small step for man. Everybody was watching it. Like live.
It's like wrestling. What is it? The wrestling's fake, but the stunts are real.
Yeah, like maybe that live.
It's such a dumb
reveal
analogy.
would be re-
That is so stupid.
It's true though. It's theatrics. I mean, in my opinion, even if the moon landing was fake, even if we could absolutely prove 100% that it was fake,
Stanley
cares?
Kubrick.
Yeah.
all the technology, we still have it because of space.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that was made for it are still. It's not like the technology's fake. Like it doesn't just not work anymore. No, what was used for that mission helped produce so much that we still use today. So I don't know why people are so up in arms of did it happen or not.
Which one of the astronauts are still alive? Is Buzz Aldrin dead?
Buzz Aldrin, I believe, is
I
the
don't
one still
remember.
alive. I
Yeah.
think.
Neil is dead. For
Neil's
sure.
dead.
Neil is dead for
Buzz,
sure.
I think Buzz is the
think
one
Buzz
who's
is,
alive.
like, barely alive, or he
Because
might
I
have died.
remember,
And
He
they-
might have died like a couple years ago.
yeah,
A
because there was the
guy-
whole thing about how he got interviewed by a guy who told him to
Yeah,
swear on a Bible
on the
that,
Bible,
that
and he
the
punched him in
moon
the
landing was
face.
real, and then Buzz Aldrin just punched him. He decked him in the mouth.
That was
And it
so
was just-
awesome. That was
Oh,
so
yeah, no,
so
great.
based.
Like,
Because I know one of them was like, they were using footage from him to say like, look, he admitted that it was fake. I'm like, he's in his 90s, isn't he? Like he's gonna say shit that he doesn't know. I mean, fucking
They
Are you
were
gone.
at-
are you saying Buzz Aldrin is a schizo?
The one,
Yeah,
there's-
dude, I'm saying when you get old, you become a schizo. That's just how it is.
Here's the thing: the astronauts were interviewed, and they were asked specifically, like, what the sound was like when they were landing the craft on the ship, because they all said that there was like a when it hit this thing, but in a vacuum there wouldn't be any sound.
The
And some of
the
them
moon
said
isn't
there
a
wasn't
vacuum.
sound.
The moon isn't a vacuum. There's an atmosphere.
And also, the hydraulics will still
It's
make
It's not a
noise.
huge atmosphere, but it exists. If there was a
hydraulics will
vacuum, then
still
there
make
wouldn't be any
noise on the
gravity. But there's
moon.
still gravity on the moon.
No, a vacuum has nothing to do with gravity.
There is an atmosphere on the moon, bro.
There's a gravitational pull to an object, but it's still in a vacuum. It doesn't have to have an atmosphere to have a gravitational pull.
You can still feel the vibrations of
giant
things when
magnet,
they're happening.
man.
Like, and
So anyway, yeah, Buzz Aldrin decked a man with a Bible.
Anyway, the
Why
main
does
question
the
I always
moon
have for
spin?
people that actually believe the moon landing is real is why? Like, what does the U.S. government gain from faking it? And that's the
and
question
the
that
flat
they've never
Earth
answered.
too. Like, what is
And
the
like, I
U.S.
don't,
government
and that's why
gain
I don't
from-
understand the conspiracy
I
personally.
can
mean-
tell you the reason why they game from flat Earth is to make a lot of people believe in something that isn't real, so that any kind of conspiracy can be discredited easily because you're one of those people that believe in the flat Earth and the crazy shit.
Well, yeah, that's the psyop that flat Earth is causing. I'm saying that like people who genuinely believe it, what is the reason that they would fake
Well,
the Earth?
Yeah,
landing?
Well, what does the United States
real
government
estate.
gain from
It's
faking the moon landing?
I'll tell you the one thing, the reason why the flat Earth people believe this is real estate. If you believe that the whole amount of land ownable is a small region than what actually exists, then it all makes sense that it would be about real estate to keep a small amount of people or a large amount of people in a small section to keep the rest of whatever the hell that is to themselves. That's their reasoning. I don't believe that. I'm just saying I've looked into the reasons why people believe in flat Earth. I think they're retarded, but I'm just saying I like to know what their point is
Do you
instead
think
of
there
arguing.
are flat earthers in China?
Okay. Chinese people don't have the time to think about dumb shit like that. It's like the whole when that one guy went to go meet the Hadza people, and they like could not fathom that people were killing themselves in America. Like that's what they thought of America, was just like the land where people jump off of buildings. And that's the thing, is like things like that, they are generating problems that don't exist, and that only comes whenever you live in a society
Is that not
that
what
allows
conspiracy
you.
theorists are? People creating problems that don't exist?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and that's where they spawn, is in places where people are doing well. Hard
Well, maybe
times
they're
create
people
hard
discovering
men.
problems
Hard
that
men
might-
create
I
good
knew
times.
that.
Good
I knew
times
that.
create weak men. Weak
Actually,
men
the real-
create hard times.
You're misquoting it. It's
What if
actually based
conspiracy
men create
theorists-
cringe time.
Based-
Cringe times create cringe men.
He's
What
snorting.
if conspiracy theorists are just discovering problems that already exist?
I think my favorite conspiracy theory is the idea that birds aren't real.
They
Have you
aren't.
heard that one?
That's not a real conspiracy. That's like a joke project.
Yo, birds aren't real. Tell me, you see why all those birds are on telephone poles? No, they ain't there to perch up and rest. They're there to recharge. It's all batteries.
I personally like the that every pop song of the last 50 years was written by Bob Dylan. That's a good. That's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
John Lennon was shot by what's it called? Stephen King. That's a good conspiracy theory.
Never heard that
Because
one.
Oh,
God,
look
music
into
was
that
so much
one.
better
It's
when
a
John
good
Lennon
one.
was beating his wife.
Dude, okay, conspiracy. I think I've talked to you about this, but for those of you who don't know, like, have you seen the footage of John Lennon was performing with Chuck Berry, like one of his heroes, and they were up there and, go Johnny, go, 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 whatever, singing, and Yoko Ono was up there like banging her drum, and then she just felt like she wasn't getting enough attention, so she grabbed the microphone and went, and like just started screeching while they're
My ears.
performing. Yeah, and yeah, pull up the video. Oh man.
What in the world?
I don't want to watch this, bro. This is gonna hurt to watch. I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
That's rough.
They
All right,
her
cut the
mic.
volume before we get copyright strike.
That's
You just got to
that's
go
a-
to the beginning whenever she was yelling.
like what?
Anyway, so before I get off the topic of the conspiracy theories, the thing I
Here we
want to
go.
say that, like, first of all, anyone who's spent any amount of time in government will tell you that the government is way too incompetent to ever be capable of a conspiracy. And the second thing I want to say is that I think that Jesus Christ, my dog is fucking flipping shit. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog like running
Just
around.
I can
skittering
hear the
on
tones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, to me, the conspiracy theory mindset has always sort of been like the Voltaire quote, where it's like, if God did not exist, it would be necessary to invent him. I think people want to believe that the world is controlled by some sort of rational force, some sort of any sort of over guiding, like, entity. And when the reality is that everyone's just retarded and nothing is really happening.
Yeah. Yeah, that's based.
Like, I think it would be better if the Illuminati were real, and they're not. You know?
Yeah, the Illuminati, dude, is a group that was disbanded in 1776. Okay. Yeah, the Illuminati does not exist anymore, but secret societies do.
Yeah.
And they've changed their name a
based.
million times. So that's something to consider. And if you look on the Epstein Island and you see all like the esoteric shit that they're all into, and you can start to wonder, wait, what do these people know about the nature of reality that I don't? And why are they keeping it all from us?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
based.
And why are they all wealthy?
I wish to remove myself from the cringe nade.
That's
Oh,
based.
yeah, that's based. I hate that word, man. It's so. Okay, conspiracy.
Cringe.
Can you promise me something? If we ever meet in real life again, can you promise me to never say base like really loud in a museum? Because
Yeah,
we
I'll
went
try.
into this museum and then there were these, like Greek statues and stuff, and he started talking about how like based it is that they had little twink boyfriends and whatever. And he's very loud, like yelling at he's the exact same volume in real life. And there's like this
Oh,
poor
no.
guy, like this poor doorman who's like 80 years old, just sitting there listening to him talk about femboys in Greek times.
Wait, I think I heard you tell me this story when you met me. You were talking about him? That's
yeah.
him?
Yes.
Am I a
Yeah.
celebrity?
That's based.
Yeah, it is based, possible. Yeah, I'm glad someone gets it. I'm just red pilling this boomer, bro. I don't care.
No, because here's what I've learned is when you went to go visit him, you were stuck on what he was saying. When you came to visit, all you were stuck was what JK kept saying. It's just like, man, this shit sucks.
You remember when we were in there and we thought like the little like air humidifier unit was like a piece of art that they
We
had
did,
in
yeah.
there? We stared at it for a couple
you
seconds
two are
before.
so pretentious.
Well, we were like, what is this? Because it looked really bizarre. And then the guy had to come over and explain to us that it was a humidifier. And we're, because it has to regulate.
Please tell me you're never going back to that museum.
I go to the museum all the time, bro.
Ugh.
That's
It's
literally
okay.
a scene
You
in
want to come and
Always Sunny in
visit, and
Philadelphia.
next time we could just go to the Cowboy Museum, the Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Just
That sounds awesome.
stare at like the, like the handrails or something, like they're a piece of art, and just admire them.
And then we'll hop over to Whataburger and grab a bite.
Man, Whataburger sucks. Let's go someplace nice, man. Let's go to Hideaway again.
Wait. Oh yeah, we can go to Hideaway, or what about Tucker's? We can go to Tucker's.
I've never been to a
Tucker's?
Tucker's.
Dude, all right, Onion Burgers, best place. Go to Tucker's.
You gotta remember, I'm a retard vegetarian. So
Gosh,
Pixel.
do they have yeah? What's
never
up?
mind,
I have a
never
question.
mind. Don't go to Tucker's. We'll go to Hideaway.
Did you have
Why
a
are you vegetarian,
hallucination
Pixel?
that you guys were in an Always Sunny in Philadelphia skit?
What's that?
I asked why Pixel was vegetarian.
Look at the video I have right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I
it's Mantis
absolutely
Divided.
love-
Yeah, that's literally Pixel and
I want
conspiracy right there.
It's everything. I mean,
Oh my god. I want it. It's everything.
It's everything.
So you asked me why I'm vegetarian. Is that the
Mhm.
topic you want to go into next? I don't know.
Sure.
I don't. It's hard for me to like eat anything that had a mother. That's like one aspect of it. I'm not like entirely vegetarian because if someone
You'll eat
kills
chicken?
it and like brings it to me, like they made it themselves, I will gladly eat that. Like I've eaten deer jerky that my friends have made for me before and stuff like that. But I don't
tasty.
really like eating meat whenever it was, made in a factory and killed by an
Yeah.
illegal and like I have no clue. It's very hard to
I mean, that's
cultivate
fair.
a being, like a living being. It's very easy to grow plants, but to like cultivate something that is living and has consciousness is, like that's a whole different thing, and you can't just automate that. So
Would you argue a cow has consciousness?
I don't think a cow's consciousness.
Are you guys high?
But
What?
honestly, the ancient Greeks weren't conscious either. So I mean,
All
cows
right.
have consciousness.
Okay.
Okay.
maybe you should
mean-
you should read Julian Jaynes
Oh my God.
sometime.
I mean,
What
I,
is consciousness? A rock doesn't have consciousness. Like a living creature has consciousness. Anything that is moving is conscious. Self-conscious
Yeah,
is a different.
self-conscious is different. I'm not saying
Okay.
self-conscious because
Okay.
there are only certain animals that are self-conscious. Like obviously a fly only knows how to do like what it needs to do, and whenever it gets hurt, it doesn't actually feel pain. It's just like, oh, like that's a signal. That's just they don't really feel anything. They're just robots. But a pig or a cow or things like that, like they feel genuine pain, emotions, like they live their lives. Like they may not understand what they are and recognize themselves in a mirror, but they still are conscious beings who have emotions.
The ancients always believed that people were reincarnated as cows, and that's why they would always denate them.
I'm pretty sure that's just the Hindus.
No, there are
Yeah,
a
the
couple different
Hindus.
religions.
There's the
that-
gold,
Yeah,
the
it's not
golden
just Hindu.
calf. Like, that's why they don't eat it.
Huh. All right.
The main, I actually agree with that kind of vegetarianism. For me, the main thing is like I think that people who become vegan or vegetarians are usually misplacing their anger at like meat eating rather than like industrial society.
Yeah,
and that's generally
that's
the problem
more of
I
what
found.
it is. Because honestly, here's the thing: the people who are getting mad at like farmers, because if you have a cow, like my parents were raised on a farm and they had animals and things like that. And if they killed a cow, that was their food for like a year. If you go to
Yeah,
a
like,
store and
yeah.
buy a patty, that's like probably 12 different cows just mixed together, and you have no clue where that's from.
Sure.
So
Right.
just if you want to eat meat, that's perfectly fine. Like I don't care. I genuinely don't care what you do. I make my own decisions. But like if you're asking me like what my ideal situation would be, it would be like, there are like ranges where you can go out and kill animals for yourself and that will be your meat, or you can buy it from a farmer's market, but you can't like industrialize it, go to Walmart and go buy meat.
I
so
agree.
you would
That's-
say
I actually try to buy almost all my meat for the farmers market.
Which
if I
is
can.
base.
so if
That's-
you
that's
if you
awesome.
lived on a ranch by yourself, or not by yourself, if you lived on a ranch and you saw the cows that was put on your plate, you would eat it.
Yeah, I would most definitely eat it. In fact, like
All right.
that's because the thing is you feel much more connected to that too, and you're less likely to waste. If you kill that cow,
Yeah.
you want to use all aspects of that cow because
Right.
you
right.
raised it, and that was an arduous process that you had to go through to get to that point. And you're not just gonna throw away something that you cultivated yourself. I mean, that's like what the natives believed, is that you use every single part of
Every
the
piece
animal that you
use.
kill. Yeah. Which to me is like way more sustainable. I get it, beef, cow farts bad, whatever, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be. And if we transition society to where it was more based around like meat is a
More
luxury,
based, I agree.
yeah,
Shut up.
if meat is a luxury, not something that you just like go buy at a store, I think
No
that
thanks.
would be
I don't
want to
live through a second Dust Bowl.
second.
I've already lived through a world-ending pandemic. I don't want a Dust Bowl Part 2 where I'm having to substitute all my meats for onions.
Honestly,
I mean,
like Impossible meat isn't bad. Like it tastes pretty good.
I haven't had it, actually.
And not only is like meat like factory farm, but like I mean it's just more of like getting you to eat fucking like GMO like soybean slop because that's like all they feed the animals.
Yeah.
So like that's all you're getting out of it.
It's
Right,
just
like
corn.
There's like a huge difference between like grass fed and like non grass fed.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
and like fucking like actually like like because free range has become actually like a total jargon term that's meaningless most of the time.
Yeah.
But like an actual like ranched cow that just fucking wanders around and eats grass all day versus like a fucking like factory farmed cow, completely different.
I went deep sea fishing when I was in the Cayman Islands, and I caught a mahi mahi. That was the best fish I've ever had in my entire life. Like when you catch it yourself and eat it, like that's so satisfying. It's
Oh
so
yeah, no.
great.
I used to do that all the time with my dad. Where was it? Because my dad competitively fishes for a living. Well, not for a living, but he does it a lot in his spare time. But him and I would go crappie fishing, which crappie are typically very small. They're about like 15 inches long at best, but they're so tiny. But you can get so many of them because they're always in schools. So it would be the day of where me and my dad would wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning, go to the lake, go dump our boat off inside, go fishing for crappie for like 5 or 6 hours, go home, clean, and cook all in that same night, and it's like a feast. It's so delicious to just be able to get something that you caught and then getting to eat it the same day. Even as much of a hassle as it was to lug it back home, clean it, and then cook it, but still, just like that much of a difference of getting to, like you said earlier, have the efforts to have a connection to eat something you worked on.
Yeah. Like, and that's the difference to me. Like, obviously plants don't have feelings, and it's very easy to just put a fucking seed in the ground and then, I mean, I'm generalizing, but it's a much easier process to grow crops than it is to cultivate animals. So it doesn't make me feel bad that, like, my corn was sourced from somewhere and shipped across, whatever. I don't care. It's a plant. It doesn't matter to me. But like if I am eating a live animal, I would like to know where it was from and like what the process was that it went through. I feel much more comfortable eating that whenever I can see that process firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just trying to do this thing. Like I'm gonna see how long I can go without eating fucking corn and without eating anything with added sugar in it. And I think I'm gonna have a hard time doing that. Actually.
Yeah, that's probably pretty difficult.
Have you ever seen the movie The Happening by M. Night Shyamalan? It's
no.
like all the plants start releasing like some kind of pheromone into the air that makes people and all mammals kill themselves because it's like a self-defense mechanism from our over cultivation of trees and plants and shit. It's like all the plants collectively were like, these organisms are ruining us and we have to kill them now, and they just released the thing that just made everyone commit suicide if they inhaled the spores. It's like the fucking trippiest. Like everyone's just killing themselves one after another, and it's like people are like running from shit they don't even know in the air.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm
good-
lactose
Bad
intolerant,
country.
and I'll still eat pizza because I find food delicious.
Dude, imagine being such a genetic freak that you can't drink milk, bro.
Says the guy who pronounces it as malk.
Yeah, everyone
Okay,
makes funny fries.
I will say this: oat milk is actually pretty good. Like I like it in
I
cereal.
actually think it tastes like shit.
I
And
like
actually,
Milk.
and honestly, like all the plants that are grown for like milk juice, are like horrific for the environment.
That's not true.
The way
It's
way that they're
almonds.
farmed.
Oat milk is
Almonds
way
are
more
bad, but-
sustainable.
Oh, it is, but soy and almonds are not good.
Yeah, soy and
how they're
almond,
grown.
but that's why I drink oat milk is because I
Fair
don't.
as
Well,
know.
I'm led to believe almond milk is a conspiracy. I ain't never seen no titty on an almond.
human
Yeah,
beings
it's
are
not-
not
Al-
supposed
it's
we
not juice.
actually
People
okay.
don't-
Here's the
people
thing
don't
about
wanna say
almond
that.
milk: you can actually make almond milk yourself really easily if you get like this processor. We have one. It's called the Almond Cow. Like that's literally the brand name.
This
we can
sounds
make,
like a shill.
We can
Yeah.
no. Seriously, like you can just put almonds in it, and make milk in like 5 minutes. So anytime I want cereal with milk, I just put it together, and it's fine. It's great. It tastes pretty good.
You guys all can need cilantro, right? We're not dealing with any other mutants in here, right?
Oh right, yeah, no.
My
cilantro's
dad
fine.
hates cilantro with a passion.
Dude, like I my boyfriend, he's one of the people that like cilantro tastes like soap too, and it's so fucking. I had to cut out like so many recipes.
Really?
so-
How much
yeah.
cilantro are you putting in all
Yeah,
your meals,
seriously,
man?
man. It's not hard
Like
to
the
just
only
not
the
put
only thing
cilantro in things.
the only thing I can think of that I commonly put cilantro in is in my guacamole. But even then, it's like not a lot.
and
the
it's not
one
even
meal.
it doesn't even influence that much of the
No.
flavor in my
No,
opinion.
it's
Like I can
not.
do cilantro and guacamole very easily. It's just like
Yeah.
whenever it's in things that I don't know, like soups or on sandwiches, I'm like, I don't care about this.
I don't typically. put it
I mean, like
in
I
sandwiches.
usually have it like in a lot of sauces that are it's like blended. I use a
Oh,
lot.
okay.
And so it is actually a pretty prominent flavor.
Oh, so you're already drinking the bug
okay.
juice. You just, you know, don't want the.
Yeah, yes, you're correct. Sauces are actually a Zog psyop. No one ate sauces before 1950. Don't research.
It's okay. It was the 50s. Cooking was bad back then. Anyway, have you had this butter deep fried in butter and butter?
Can we go back
Butter's
to the
actually
time
not that bad for you.
when
Butter
Coca-Cola
has
had
been
real
psy-
Coke in
butter
it?
actually has been psyoped by like oil industry. I don't want to go into like the seed oil stuff right now though. Some people get mad about that.
Palm oil and things like that.
Palm oil is terrible for the environment,
Yeah,
but
it
like
is.
canola and like well actually
could
what it's really called is rapeseed, by the way, and they changed the name to something that doesn't exist so that they can
We could
advertise.
just fade out like a camera in slow motion and just slowly mute, and this is how we could end this. Just talking about cilantro and rape.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that's what it's called. It's called.
It's called rapeseed. That's the
Yeah,
name
no,
of the
he's
fucking
right.
plant.
He's right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
This
be
time,
like.
this time he's in the clear. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's right. He's right. This one.
I just
It's
heard
actually-
the word
'cause-
rape,
No, okay,
and I was
okay,
like,
no,
oh.
dreams. There,
we're back.
what is it? I recently watched this Amazon show. Have you seen? You know who Jeremy Clarkson is
Yeah.
from Top Gear? He bought a farm and had a documentary about his time, like during COVID, and half the crops he grew, and he addressed it as rape. He just called it rape because that's what it is. It's rapeseed. And I kept every time he like used it, I was like, why does he keep calling it rape? And I had to look up, and sure enough, we call it
He was
canola.
bursting out laughing every time he said it.
No,
Yeah, it's literally just a
We're gonna be
marketing
talking
thing.
about the
Canola's,
pussy.
like not a word. It's just a word they made up.
Yeah. So no, rapeseed is an actual
And we're
thing.
most definitely going to be talking about venereal disease.
It's taking a lot of time.
That meme is so good. I'm so glad Beavis and Butthead.
favorite-
is
Beavis and
coming.
Butthead is such an underrated show.
It
bro.
is.
I watched
favorite
Beavis and
part of
Butthead Do
that-
America not that long ago, and that shit was actually one of the funniest movies I think I've ever seen.
My
That
favorite
fucking
hit
shit
of
is
that
so
meme
funny.
is the
Probably
one
one of
where
my favorite animated movies.
he just zooms up to Butthead, just doesn't say anything, and Butthead's just cracking the entire time. Like it cuts
Yeah.
from the side shot to the front face, back to the side shot. Butthead's still cracking up. He removes his hand when he covers his mouth, and just no sound, not even saying a thing to him. You just hear Butthead cackling. Just,
I love
like,
the- I love
cracking up.
the
one
clip
of the
where-
clips I should sorry I didn't mean to interrupt, but you should pull this up on the stream actually. There's a clip from Beavis and Butthead that's called the beauty of like animation or something. I don't know if you guys ever seen this
Yeah,
before.
yeah. I know. Which clip
It's
you are.
fucking hilarious scene.
It's because they drew like fucking like all these frames, and they're like, we drew so many pictures of death and destruction. Where the hell are they? And it was like 2 seconds. Just
No. The clip I'm thinking of, it's like the libtard teacher talking about how
Yeah,
they're doing
that's
like a
the one.
school project about you'll see your projects come to life and the beauty of animation. The pictures moving on the screen and
but
motion.
they're just sitting
Motion
still.
is what animation's all about, and it's literally a single JPEG of Beavis and
You'll
Butthead
draw
not
a
moving
series
the
of
entire
pictures
time.
on tracing paper. Then we're going to bring in a
Yeah, here it is,
cameraman
yeah.
to shoot your work. You'll see your creation spring to life, just like the animation you see on television.
That's already good.
Life, class. That's what animation means. Movement. Your characters can move in any style at all, limited only by the boundaries of your own imagination. You'll learn that being an animator is very hard work, but if you pour your heart into your labor, you just might pull off a miracle. Through the movement of colored shapes, you'll reveal the beauty of the human
I
spirit.
love the fact.
It's just one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Beavis and Butthead like really is like one of those shows that's like a show that like is about stupid people for smart people. Like I don't think stupid people would actually understand like why Beavis and Butthead is like truly funny a lot of the time.
Rick
The
and
one when they
Morty
get
is
hit by a
for
car,
Rick and
the one when
Morty
they
is
get hit by a
intelligent
car,
people.
and then the lady gets out and gives them $20, and they're like, wow. And then they spend the entire day trying to get hit by cars. And the guy
Beavis and
gets out and he's like,
Butthead
what the
commit
fuck are you
insurance fraud."
doing? Trying to get hit by a car. And he's like, can you like give me money? You almost hit me. It's just like, it's retarded.
I like the one where they were drinking non-alcoholic beer You're like,
Oh yeah,
we're so
we're
wasted.
smashed.
We're smashed.
The cop just comes up like, wow, what a bunch of fucking.
A bunch of losers. Ugh.
They're rebooting it apparently. I hope it's gonna be good.
Oh, well,
Ugh, no,
kiss
man.
those
Please.
memories goodbye. Kiss those memories
the thing.
goodbye.
I mean, Mike
Here's
Judge
the
is on.
thing.
I mean, like,
I
I guess say
trust
reboot. I mean, it's just
Mike
like a new
Judge.
season, I guess. Yeah.
Mike Judge does both the voices, and he's the entire creative mind. And if he's on board, it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah,
I
it's-
don't care.
Yeah, I think it's
It's
gonna be
not
fun.
like
They actually
hope
had
you
a
have this-
really funny trailer where they were like, they had like some like Gen Z fucking like brown like millennial woman come up and ask like Gen Z really wants like more representation, and it shows
Clearly, they don't have enough.
Yeah, what are you gonna do to make sure that oppressed voices are heard? And Butt is just like, I thought it was because we were dumb. I thought that's why people like us.
But Dreams, what you said, I hope you take that clip of what you just said about, it's gonna be fun and everything. I want you to have that clip ready.
Yeah.
And when the show does come out and it does have your thoughts and opinions about what you think about it, I want you to go back to this clip about you just saying it'll be fine. Nothing could ruin it. Because we all know how good reboots are.
Yeah, but I understand that, but I trust Mike Judge.
I mean,
compared
the
to a mi-
Samurai
it's
Jack
not
reboot
like-
was pretty good.
Here's the thing.
It was, yeah, okay.
A lot of reboots are done by not the original creators. That's the key that you have to know. And that's what
Mhm.
makes them really trash or not. And sometimes
the
if he's
Powerpuff
like,
Girls.
here's the thing, Mike Judge is the
Oh,
voice of
I would
both
watch that.
characters and the teacher, and he does a lot of shit for that show. So like he's gonna have to be like 50% of the work put into it. So it's
Right.
not like he's just standing in the back watching while they make his Beavis and Butthead reboot. Like he's there. Whereas
Yeah.
like, George Lucas was just like in the back while Disney just raped his baby in front of him. And he's just like, I have no
Whoa, why'd you have to say that word? Come on now. We were just talking about plants.
plans. What are you talking about? They raped his baby.
Have you ever seen that video of George Lucas? Like, there's just this documentary that they're filming, and he just like walks in the background. Like, he just happens to be walking behind them.
All part of my perfect plan. It's my request.
I'm a perfect planner.
It's all part of my
I wear
perfect
my
plan.
white
Where-
sneakers and my jeans.
Okay,
and
what is
everywhere I
that
go,
show? What is that show? Was it the Dudes of Hazard or whatever? Where
Dudes of has
What was
no,
that
you're
show?
talking. It's Plague Roach. The
the
fucking something about the end of the. It's the
yeah
apocalypse. Staying safe during the apocalypse.
yeah exactly that one. Yeah, that's a. What am I saying? The Dudes of Hazard. What was the show called? What was it actually called?
The Dudes of Hazmat was the show,
Dudes of
but
Hazmat,
it's
yeah.
made by the same guy.
That's what I was saying. That guy who made that, the apocalypse
He just
one.
got something's
Okay,
wrong with conspiracy.
Technical difficulties just happened. Conspiracy jumped out of the call.
Oh.
They can't get back in.
Oh, let me.
Unless you want to call it in here. We've been at like
Yeah,
3
we're-
hours.
no, I plan on. Yeah,
I'm
we can wrap it up here.
Okay.
Because I know I'm getting a little hungry. So
Yeah,
I'm
I was about to say,
starving.
it is like 9:30 here, and I'm getting hankering.
Yeah, I think the boy wife's almost done cooking.
I'm going to Colorado tomorrow, so I gotta start packing. This
We're
is
in-
why I did
Are
the
you-
episode.
are you
so
driving
late
through?
notice. Yeah, or maybe I'll let you know. I'll let you
I mean,
know.
yeah, if you hit I-35, I'll know.
I
You
think
can
I'll
stop by
probably
here
just
too if you want.
yeah, maybe. Either way, if I go through or whatever, it fucking.
All right, I already did that joke once.
Anyways,
Just I could feel the stare in your eye in that bucket.
yeah. Anyways,
Also, why aren't you like that femboy?
what?
That
What?
avatar isn't that like outfit that one like femboy wears?
No, I don't know. I like it because Weed Horse Theo made it for me, and it has different
Oh,
bucket
yeah.
toggles. But yeah. Oh shit. No.
No, cut the feed. Don't
Cut
worry,
it, cut it.
I'll save it. Just like in the cut, just Photoshop the horse mask. Just get the horse mask over there when it's dropped. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We need backup bucket. Just in case the first bucket fails.
Yeah, that's why we have more here. Is for the backup here. Again,
Backup bucket. Where's that Jiggy? Where'd it go?
It's like, oh
All right,
shit.
but yeah, I get off.
All right.
Yeah.
It was
Alright.
that was
Interesting.
fun. That was a fun episode, and I hope to get to a consistent schedule soon. Because
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly, whenever I stop moving around and things like that. But
You've literally been bouncing from like state to state like the last 3 months.
yeah, it's been fun. But anyways, thank you all for watching. We will see you in the next one.
Bye bye.